Pro League, week number 14. Goodness, the time flies. This is Academy 3, hosting the team out of Exeter Lanes in Exeter, New Hampshire. And here we are at Academy Lanes in Haverhill, Massachusetts. Friday Night Pro League, 5-on-5, 3 strings, 2 points per string, 2 for total. My name is Greg Gouillart. This is Candlepin Bowling Network. I think that's all the information. And alongside me on the call is Paul Grant.
Hello, Greg Gouillart. Welcome back. Good to have you again. Great finals, Ladies Candlepin Cancer Top 5 show. And nice start for Eric Pelletier, having surgery December 30th. Bad shoulder. Doesn't bother him here. Strike. Woodside on the setback almost. Got between the 4. What a great stuff, Eric Pelletier. Bowling with a lot of guts right now and glory, you could say. Ed Woodside, the Rock, a 10 for Academy 3, the 5th seed coming in. 54-50. Exeter after losing 6 points to Central 2 last week. They're in first, 82-22. 3 ahead of Central 3 and 14 of Academy 2. Woodside, 2 full, spread eagle. The left-handed Eric Pelletier, the son of Kim Baker now, formerly Kim Pelletier and Norm Pelletier. 1-3-6, going for a big 20. Woodside going left. He's up 5. He has a clipped wing eagle. Second ball on the strike. Pelletier, head pin only, 18-1. First of 3 strings, 2 points for a win, 1 for a tie, 2 for total, 8 points on the line in this 35-week season. As Greg mentioned, 14th week. Woodside 8, 18-2. Pelletier a 9, 27-2, I believe. Let's see. Yep. 27-2. I have to learn to use your scoreboard, Greg. The scoreboard here is haunted.
Actually, oh wait, no. They've got, I thought it was 27 anyway. I'll have to check on that, but
Yeah, it's 27. They fixed it.
There we go. For those of you new to Candlepin, a very special welcome to you, and of course welcome back to all our loyal viewers here on Candlepin Bowling Network. Candlepin Bowling is our specialty here in Northeast North America. 3 balls per frame, scores like 10-pin bowling, but in Candlepin alone, any pins dropped on the plate stay on the plate and can be used as live wood.
And look at this, the captain, Dave Hodge, Mallahan with a strike. Here's the freight train, Joey Lister filling in for the injured Jonathan Boudreau, who might be out for the season with a shoulder injury. 2-4-7.
Sure seems that way from what was described. That didn't seem like a good injury there.
No.
Lister at the top, triple for his team last week.
Lister got behind, got the 7, left up the 2 and 4, I should say. And the freight train slices it for a 10 to start his first of 3 strings.
Yeah, the ACST runner-up at a 123 average last week, 369 for the triple.
And he actually had 4 more marks than Josh Daly in that Class A championship match of the newly renovated Harvard Lanes in Harvard, Mass. on Air Road. But Josh outpinned him by about 25 or 35 pins. A close one. It's on Candlepin Bowling Network or Candlepin Corner, both on YouTube.
Yeah, he was ahead through 4. It was a good match.
And look at this one. He broke up the eagle, domino the 10 to the 6 to the 3. And now he's got a chance for the 2-4-7. Wood in front.
His girlfriend is here today, and she's got purple hair. Perfect team spirit.
Hodge, second on the strike, goes, spare. 20-1, 30 the ball through 2. Lister back on and spare. 20 the ball through 2. Yeah, Joey does good when I cover his matches usually. I tell his girlfriend is to be here, else he doesn't do well usually.
All the credit to you, Paul.
I'm just kidding. It just seems that way. Here's Mike Nardone, and his relatives call him Narclone.
Our executive producer, Bob Lee, will say, like, well, Paul, sometimes it's just coincidence.
Yeah, I know. Here's Jeff Surette with a spread eagle plus the 9 behind the 3. Lanes 1 and 2 in this beautiful 44-lane house. 4 lanes taken out 2 years ago for Pub 125. Beautiful place to eat, hang out, high-quality food, full bar. Gorgeous looking.
And still the most lanes despite the subtraction of 4 lanes. For a good trade-off, I'd say.
Nardone picks up the argent pin, the 3 for a 9 to start his match. Surette, the baby split, 3 and the 10. It's a 9 for him also.
You can see the yellow smudges there. That's indicating the total spares up in this case. 1 spare apiece. Nice save. 1 and 3 up for Nardone. And Surette has the check mark left side, 2, 4, 5, and 7.
Sorry, that scoreboard does show Nardone the 8s. I inform them. Not it's our job to do that, but you know, you want to help out if you can without interfering. So if you get the 9.
If you get a chance.
Why not? rolling it together.
It is the bowler's responsibility to check by ICBA rule, the International Candlepin Bowling Association.
Nardone flops it down for a spare. 19 the ball through 2. Surette on the check mark. Got 50%. Greg Gouillart on the sound and the technology and the sky bar.
Lord high, everything else.
Surette at 10, 19 through 2. Fourth bowlers of 5 coming up right now. Dave Barber on the left for number 1 seed Exeter. Number 5 seed Scott. 207 Lapierre from Sanford, Maine. Both Hall of Famer Al Johnson, the trucker Mark Milliken, and Dan Levendrop Gray in the Wednesday night league there. They're second in the first half of the season. They clinched the second spot. His son Ben here in attendance also. Watch out for this guy. Here's Scott in lane 2 in the red shirt. For Academy 3, slicing 2 and 2, 2-4, 6-10 right. Here's Dave Barber, beautiful ball. He dominoes 9, the top of the 7 holds up. But he's having a great year overall. Awesome, New Hampshire States, always in the running every time, every year. Nice try for Lapierre, won't go somehow.
10-pin will tip, but that's not gonna.
Barber tips it down for a spare.
Big break there. It's a good shot by Barber, to be fair. I think Lapierre just was a little unlucky on that. And Lapierre picks that 10 up.
Over 1,500 videos now in climbing, never a charge, something for everyone. You can subscribe and pay if you'd like, also help us out, but basically it's free. Over 1,500 videos, something for everyone, semi-pro to pro action. Please subscribe to Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube in high definition. Like and follow us on Facebook as well.
And Nico Pujar, big time putting his thumb on the scale as well with a bunch of those shorts as well. Thanks for editing that video description, by the way. Much appreciated.
Great job, Nico. Thank you as always. Dave Barber 16 through 1 on the fill. 1, 3, 6, 10. Lapierre, look at this. He's got a lumber yard on lane 2. Looks like 5, 6 pieces.
Even though Nico, I think, has been west of the Mississippi ever since joining our network the whole time, of course. He's realizing we're going a million miles an hour.
Lapierre goes right at it. Spare. Wood carried the ball onto the 7. 20 the ball through 2. Perfect start. 10 spares and strikes in Candlepin. A perfect game. No 300s, more than likely ever. Probability not there. 245, the highest ever, twice. Dave Barber 10, 26 through 2 on Candlepin Bowling Network. Anchor bowlers now, Peter Crawford Jr., the DJ. Veteran bowler Chris Boisvert.
Yeah, that brings him up here. But he want to gawk at the highest score, the tied highest score. Ralph Sem has put his plaque up, the 245 plaque, at the Worcester Historical Museum alongside a number of great Candlepin artifacts. Again, at the Worcester Historical Museum, a new exhibit that's up in Worcester, Massachusetts, the birthplace of Candlepin bowling through March 2025. Check it out.
Strike for Peter Crawford Jr. We've seen 3 strikes already combined for the teams. Boisvert to answer. He crosses over. It didn't lead to a king that time. Disappointing Greg Gouillart. Wood in front, wood in back. Front of the 6. Greg has a high hit rate on crossovers leave to kings. That's the opposite side for a right-hander. Left side of the head pin.
That's absolutely
right side of the head pin for left-hander.
That's absolutely correct. My head pin contact is garbage. I leave a lot of those.
Boisvert spare.
Nice.
A lot of marks.
Nice and easy with the blank there, but you see those extra marks stacking up on Academy 3's side. Those yellow smudges between total and game, 4-2.
Peter on the strike. And Chris on the spare. Crawford, nice ball for another one, almost. It does go! Sweeping double strike, wow!
Here we go.
30-plus bonus balls through 2. Boisvert, only 5 in the bucket. 15 through 1. Took a moment to develop for Peter Crawford. He'll take it. The 5th seed has the early lead right now.
Extra pin tip, so that's going to be a 6 fill, I believe, unless I missed a ball. There you see it, 16.
Yeah, but another one fell for Chris. You're right, one fell. I got obstructive view back here. I need a perch.
No worries, no time limit.
He knocked it down anyway. Spare. He goes back to back. So 16 through 1, 26 the ball through 2. What a start.
These sides have combined for 11 marks as we take our first score check. As soon as I could get the scoreboard to show it to you properly, you see it here. And look at Peter and Crawford Jr. on the front, too, with those strikes. I tell you what, he's the same guy who had that 227 high single last year, and his high single's only 153. Boy, that would be nice in my own bowling, but there you have it.
Back to top, Eric Pelletier backdooring 7, 1 wiggling 2 and 10. The Woodside, Ed Woodside with 9. He's at the 10.
These pins are clattering nicely, ready to reward some great bowling.
Pelletier, just missed the 10 somehow. There's nothing wrong with that shot.
Nice kibosh, Gregory.
Woodside for a spare. Use the wood, won't go. Go right at the pin. He knew it. It's a giggle out of that one.
There's a stigma about that. Hey, you see the pin, play the pin. Come on.
Eric still does go finally for a 10. Wasn't there for Woodside. He gets a 9. So Eric 28. Correction, 37 through 3 for Eric. Woodside 27 through 3 on Candlepin Bowling Network. Executive producer is Bob Lee. A good one next Friday night, pending somebody to help out with the stream rig. Another good ball for Eric. This guy's injured. He's on shoulder surgery. Less than about 2 weeks or so from now.
He's only going to get stronger.
17 more days, actually. Happy New Year, Eric. 6 right, 7 left.
Rock's got 4 for 4 on the head pin. That's Ed Woodside, I mean.
278 beyond the two pieces to help out. On YouTube. Pelletier sends it over, spare.
And Woodside picks that up as well to match. And he gets his first mark. Pelletier is second. Going fast and furious with the marks. Did you get that fuzzy thing on yet?
Yeah, my headset got taken off for a second. Talked to Peter Crawford. Then the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer black nose cover came off. Beep, beep, beep.
Reindeer flying, preposterous.
So next week we got a big one we'll talk about in just a moment. Here is the freight train, Joey Lister for a strike. It goes.
We're never going to get a moment at the
Strike City here at Academy Lanes. Dave Hodge Mallahan on a spare after a strike 5, 35 through 2. Joey 30 through 2, 40 plus 2 through 3 already. First of 3 strings. Hodge, nice ball. Just missed by a speck on the 1.
I think we're in for a good one, folks. Please like the video by hitting that thumbs up button you see there. If you're on YouTube, make sure you're logged into YouTube. But whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, we appreciate that, and we appreciate your support just by watching. Thank you.
Hodge just missed for 9. 44 through 3.
So 7 marks aside, interestingly. Of course, Pete Crawford Jr. has that extra strike there. That's helping out a bunch. Advantage Academy 3, but only slightly. Lister gets on this head pin. He's got just a 4. Missed the hammer just. Dave Hodge Mallahan on the head pin, I guess. 6, 8, 9, 10.
Joey, deadly bowler, 3-time Pro Series champion.
Blanks right there. Got to hit it the right way. Yes. Nice and easy if you play it at the right angle, and it's spare strike spare for Joey Lister.
Gives him 3 marks in a row. 59 the ball through 4. Hodge got denied by the 8. He's up to a good start also. And got it back there for a 10. 54 through 4. Next Friday night, pending availability, pending a stream helping us out. Exeter, number 1 seed here tonight. Number 2 seed by 3 pins behind. 3 points behind coming in tonight. Central 3 defending champions. That'd be a war.
Yeah, Central.
Next Friday night, 7:30 live on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube.
Yeah, Central 3 took 8, and Exeter only took 2 last week, so the gap is 3, as you just said, Paul.
Surette 9 and the 10 to start. Mike Nardone leads up to 2 with Wood to help. On a spare of 9, 28 through 2. Fast start for both sides. Surette, it goes. 8 goes down barely. On the board, 29 the ball, and Narclone, a spare, back to back. Don't call him Nardone, call him Narclone. 38 in the ball through 3.
You know what the word kerning means. You know exactly what's happened there. C and an L smushed together, and there you go.
Surette off to the right, just 4. 33 through 3. Four in that spare for Jeff. Nardone gets 3 there. That's on a fill. 41 through 3. Surette, nice try. Flies over the 8, 6-10 right. Nardone, good second ball. 7 left, 6-10 right. What a great place to bowl. Great ownership of the DeBurrow family. Jeff takes the short 2 for a 9. 42 through 4. Nardone a 9. Mike is at 50 through 4. First of 3 strings, the Friday Night Pro League Game of the Week on Candlepin Bowling Network. 14th week of 35. Playoffs to follow. Coverage all year on YouTube and or Facebook on Candlepin Bowling Network. Again, next week, 1 versus 2, coming to tonight. Extra here and Central 3. That'll be a war.
This means war.
Dave Barber, 26's first 2. Scott Lapierre on a spare. Left side 6, 1, 3, 6, 10. 4 spin right. 36% chance to convert. Stats by Candlepin Bowling Network, 26 through 2. Dave got the easy one out of the way, the 8. Scott still on a high level. Trying to go back to back. Oh, just missed the 10 somehow. Thought he had it. Dave goes right, leads up number 1 for a 9. 35 through 3 in the first of 3 strings. Big match here tonight, 1 versus 5.
You said it, Lapierre's road average in the Friday Night Pro League was north of 120. Only about 10 bowlers, I would say, 9 bowlers, in fact, have done that, or maintaining it at this moment.
Nice pinning for Scott, as usual, 10, 36 through 3. Watch us 207 on YouTube, Scott, 207 Lapierre.
Out of the sadly former New Palace Lanes and Fitchburg.
Had 207, came in the Pro Series Finals in 2011. High triple of 460 with his high single of 207. Barber going right, 1, 2, 8, 10 on lane 2, back to lane 1. Scott's high triple of 460, high 5, 727. Bowled for years at Sanford Bowl Arama. Now he bowls at Sanford, now he bowls at Portsmouth Bowl Orama. Dave, good bid, 2 full, 2 in the 10. Mother was a national champion in the 1980s. A family affair, Candlepin Bowling in the Lapierre family. No relation to Jeff or Jerry Lapierre. Jeff and Jerry are father-son. Scott picks it up for a spare. 46 in the ball through 4. Dave Barber in 9. 4-4-4. 44 through 4. Good number.
All right.
Make it actually the official scoreboard change. They gave him a 10, but it was only 9, I thought, wasn't it?
Probably will. They're punching it in. 9 is fixed.
All right, so what's 4-4-4? 44 through 4 is correct.
Automatic sensors here on the Candlepins.
Greg on the technology, the score cam, and the chicken tenders with french fries.
But not the automated scoring technology. That's Bert and Claire Doobie, Hall of Famers, you have to thank for that one. The original genesis of that technology, anyway. Boisvert's spare fill is 5 with the outpost. Or the post.
Better than outhouse.
Ayo. Double strike fill is 16 on the first one for Crawford Jr. You see it there. We'll add in the strike fill on the second one in just a moment.
26 to 1, 36 in the ball through 2. Nice bid by Boisvert, corner post. Petey Pete, nice shot, almost.
Significant, though, upgrades the fill.
9 the second, double strike, 45 through 2, the power of the double strike.
And you see it there, a true 8-pin advantage for Academy 3.
Oh, what a 10 that was with the wood. Nice shot by Chris Boisvert. After a spare 5, 31 through 2 after a spare 6. Now 41 through 3. They have it down as a spare. I thought it was a 10. And Peter Crawford, a 9, 54 through 3 after the double strike. Now they fixed Chris now, 10, 41 through 3.
Which means our scores are correct.
As usual, you're a genius. And a class act, may I say, too.
I'll take that one.
You're not a genius? I think you are.
I say big words to make you think I am.
Well, you get a name like Paul Grant, small words. What do you expect? No syllables.
Greg Gouillart? Dumb it down, man. Just kidding.
Boisvert just missed right, steals it.
Hello.
He'll take it. 51 on the ball through 4. Crawford, nice trot, another spare. How about that one?
No style points in this game.
Double strike 9, spare 64 on the ball through 4. Update from the Soothing Sounds of Greg Gouillart.
There we have it. 10 marks to 10 right now, and that double strike basically the advantage for Academy 3 as well. By the way, none of Chris Boisvert has not left a pin standing, nor Joey Lister, nor Scott Lapierre either.
Both on spares, top of the order. Ed Woodside 7, 3, 6, 4 left. 44 through 4 for him also, 4, 4, 4. Pelletier 5 in his fill, 52 through 4. I believe, let's see, they both, let's see. Yep, Eric's 52 through 4, Ed's 44 through 4. And Woodside takes an 8 that time. And it's halfway point of the first, 52-4.
Second ball got away there, so a few pins left standing.
Pelletier pinning well again, 10, 62 half.
Only one left standing, to your point. 62 half. Guys usually like to get scores of 120s. That's usually, 110 is a fine score. 120 is a great score. For the women, about a 10 less.
Woodside, nice textbook shot for him. 9 leaves up the 4. Englewood in front. Pelletier pounds the strike zone, splitting 3 and 1. 3, 6, 10. 4 on the left.
A lot of red littering Woodside's scoreboard. He's got 4 of those already. This is one of his better looks, and he's got a plank right there, provided he plays red line left. It may be deep enough to not matter, but he'll want to go that side of the wood just to make sure.
We take a strange skip lob to get that one with the ball.
Woodside waiting on something. I'm not quite sure what at this point. It might be a...
I think a ball return, I believe, because the wood's already stopped by rule.
Maybe so.
They are fixing a scoreboard issue. That could be the problem, too. The scoreboard is haunted here.
Yeah, they are typing something in for sure.
A sport for any age, Candlepin bowling. Get the word out. Nothing like it. It's unbelievable. Anybody can bowl at any age. Bowls in the hundreds bowl Candlepin. A lot of seniors bowl in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s when they start Candlepin bowling. Get the word out, especially the youth. Pick up a Candlepin gift card here at Academy Lanes, Pub 125, or your local bowling center. Please support your centers and get your friends involved in this great game of Candlepin bowling. Nothing like it. The Candlepin Corner Christmas Classic 9-pin style tomorrow, 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Candlepin Corner on YouTube. I'll be doing the call that time. Both matches tomorrow, right here at Academy Lanes, Pub 125. Wi-Fi pending, will be recorded. Defending champion Waters World, Justin Waters. Sean Baker won the first year with a 728. 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Please subscribe on YouTube, free, Candlepin Corner.
Here we go.
And Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube, I read it as well.
Here's the spare try, and it's good.
Can't ice this guy. 62 in the ball through 6. Nothing there for Pelletier.
I'd call him the Iceman, but that's Al Kessick.
And George Gervin, the old San Antonio Spurs, the original one. Hall of Famer. The old ABA days. Look at that. That's a nice shot. That's a tough ball grand special. Missed the second, make the third. First one tonight, 72 through 6. First of 3 strings, 1 versus 5.
And Pelletier still hasn't left a pin standing.
Academy 3 up by 7 right now. As you see in your scoreboard. 3 marks to 2 favors the 5th seed. Academy 3 on the right. And the captain, Dave Hodge, Mallahan, great start. 54 through 4. Another head pin edge. 7, 8. As the 5 goes down. 2 right, 4 left. The freight train, Joey Lister with a 3-10 baby split. No pacifier needed.
.68 through 4. That's a great score.
Hodge missed. The wood turned around. Nothing there. Freight train knocks it down. Spare. The wood goes to the 10.
And that's 4 straight marks.
68 through 4. 78 in the ball through 5. Wow. Hodge, he gets a Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the third. 10, 64 half. Nothing wrong with that.
You'll love to see that good pinning, though. But, whoop. Careful, Paul. I'm not sure if they're snagging. Okay. We're good. We're safe.
Hodge just missed left. 1-3-7. The freight train, Joey Lister, diamond right. 3-5-6 in front. The 9 wiggling behind the 3. 84 half. This guy is tremendous. Fun to watch.
If he keeps up at that pace, he'll have the second highest single. You watched the highest single of the league so far. Last night.
The ball goes to the 7 for an incredible spare for Hodge, the captain.
That was a sweet cartwheel there. And I meant to say last week, Danny Harris with 189 and a triple of 447.
74 in the ball through 6. We'll try to talk to Hodge here in a minute.
Yeah, that microphone's it.
8 for Paltry, 8 for Lister, 92 through 6. We could talk to the captain here, Dave Hodge Mallahan of New England Flooring and Backsplashes.
Make sure that thing's on if you don't. Yeah, please.
How you doing, Dave? Nice
Good,
start,
Paul. How you doing?
Nice start for your team. A tough matchup tonight. And you guys are hanging on there pretty good as the 5th seed.
I feel like every night in this league is a
Anybody
tough
can
night.
win. Anybody can win,
Yep.
right?
All the way down the last box, you just never know. And, all these guys in this league are all quality bowling, so you just never know, which is the beauty of this game.
Nardone scoots inside. Jeff Surette 7, the wobbling 9. Wood to work with. How you playing the wood here, Dave, for Exeter?
Oh, take out the broom and sweep it. Plenty of room on there. Don't chance it.
Like that. Spare.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
52 half plus 1 for Surette. Nardone
It was all there. Just touch it. Oh, look, it's all there.
makes it 10.
Yeah.
It's a Paul Grant special. Third one already. 16 a ball through 5.
Hodge, how are you rating the pin conditions? It looks like the pins are doing really well and ready to reward some great bowling if you get your ball in the right spot.
That's how I feel. I mean, and here tonight, it feels like when you're either pocket you're on full or either pocket there's action. Even here, a little something break.
Nardone gets triangle number 3 there, 3, 5, 6.
See, right on it.
Surette spare is 9.
You got to give yourself an opportunity. That's the bottom line.
61 half. Nardone for the triangle spare. No.
Oh man.
Lightly salted. Surette for another one. Bang!
That's very good for Surette. His average is down a whole mark from last year, at least to this point right now. So if he's getting stronger as he goes, even with Boudreaux's injury, Exeter might be a force.
Back to back, 3 out of 4. 71 on the ball through 6. Nardone at 9, 69 through 6.
Well, I mean, back in Jeff's early days, I know right now he'd have about 101 after 6 right now. So he is slowing down just a little bit.
Only a little.
Only a little though. Me and Jeff, we were talking earlier today. Me and Jeff have 25 years of bowling against each other over the time, youth and everything. So it's funny now we have children and we talk about our children. It's hilarious.
Give it Scott Lapierre. Any part of your lineup, Dave? How big is he? Any part of the lineup you can move him around? 7 that fill, 53 through 4.
Yeah, all the way from Maine every week. That's dedication and commitment in this sport. It's great. Scott's a pivotal player on the team. No matter wherever you put him, he's gonna prosper.
Where's Mark Hollywood-Smith? Another
Look at that,
one.
see quality. Scott Lapierre can't spell quality without Lapierre.
Back to back goes 3 out of 4. Oh, what a try by Barber. Give it a ride.
It's a dogfight though. This is one of those matches we all love.
So there's a promotion for New England Flooring and Backsplashes till December 31st. Tell the viewers,
Yeah.
from Flooring community.
Yep, from now until the end of the year, New England Flooring and Backsplash is a recently renovated showroom in Whitman, Massachusetts, 421 Bedford Street, not too far from actually Timber Lanes. We're running a special the whole month. Any purchases, if you mention Caleb Pins for Cancer, we're donating 20% of our profits for anyone that mentions it. So it's a big deal. These guys do a lot for the business, and they do a lot for bowling, and it's an opportunity to give back to a great community.
Want to talk about the promotion again one more time?
Yeah. So I'm sorry. What did you say, Paul?
Can you run that promotion by again? I missed that.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
from now till the end of the year, I'm running a special in my showroom. We sell cabinets, countertops, flooring, tile, wood, pretty much everything inside of the home. One-stop shop. I'm going to donate 20% of the profits until the end of the year to Caleb Pins for Cancer. Anybody that mentions Caleb Pins for Cancer and comes into the store purchasing items.
Thank you very much. I'll take $1 million.
You're welcome. Thank you. That's how it goes. I grew up in an environment you give a little, get a little, and it's important to always take care of each other.
That's right. Thank you very much. $68,500 paid out.
All our loyal viewers know about Candle Pins for Cancer is a 501c3 charity founded by Al Johnson, bowlers helping bowlers with the cost of cancer treatments, just direct financial relief when it matters most to them.
Peter
I
Crawford,
also,
Jr.
my mom passed away from cancer, so it's really important to give back.
Both my parents too. Yep. Boisvert in his spare. He gets a check mark left. 57 through 4. Peter 66 through 4. Double strike start. Try and pick it off. 1 in 5 chance. Look at that. Unbelievable. Do you play? Do you go outside the 5 to the right in the situation, Dave?
Absolutely. Give more of an opportunity swinging over there.
Yep.
Versus left side, you're not guaranteed anything on the other side. Yep.
Boisvert robbed that side. Look good
What
there.
a match, though. I mean, 10 pins. Nice try, Pete. Nice try.
874 half. You want to try some play-by-play?
I'll cover with some color commentary. It's the second check mark that's foiled Exeter recently, one from Surette as well. Boisvert's got a 10. As a result, the pinning's going pretty well as well. Like, y'all are pinning better than like 9 per markless frame, basically. So it seems like maybe that's simpler out there as well. But that third ball means so much.
It is in this game. Pin it. They always say pin it to win it. It's important. Many games come down to the last couple boxes, and over the course of matches of the year, we talk about we're losing the game by a couple pins, and it comes down to it. It really does.
And exemplified by your 9-pin victory last week over Central 1, 6-2.
After being down 62 pins, I can't believe, being a part of one of the worst games, probably one of the most worst games in candlepin history for a set of 5 professional bowlers, to coming back and taking 6 points was something I was so proud to be a part of as a captain, honestly. I mean, I've been bowling since I was 7 years old, and, that was just a great threat to come back in that situation, especially being on the road.
Yeah. That's a tough one to recover. Everyone was south of 100, if I recall correctly.
Absolutely. 7 out of 10 guys were under 100. That was, we were on the wrong side of it, that's for sure.
Let's get a quick update before we talk to Dave. One more second. Quick update from Greg Gouillart.
Sorry, it's a contractual obligation. 15 pins the advantage right now for Exeter. 1 extra mark for Academy 3. You see it there. Crawford Jr. still leading the way on the Academy side of things, but Joey Lister, 3 spares and a strike, and great count on a bunch of them, leading the way 93-6. That's a big part of the advantage.
Ed Woodside on lane 1 on a bonus. Eric Pelletier 72-6, parallel pins plus the 8. 5 standing. Woodside going left, just 3. 65-6. Dave, so talk about your team. Now, I know that. How do you keep your team motivated? Obviously, Exeter and Central 3 are dominating right now. Academy 2. You're right in the running at number 5 right now. How do you keep you guys motivated to say we can beat these guys when they have the higher average teams in a sense?
I mean, essentially, this whole season isn't a sprint; it's a marathon. You know what I mean? It takes every string, every match, little by little. We took total off of the Central Park team last week. Had that been a playoff match, we would have been moving on. They would have been going home. And those are reminders. Anybody can beat anybody any given time. That's the beauty of this game too. So.
Okay.
However, I have to go and do my job up there as captain and fill my mark.
All right, make it 8, 9, and 10, okay? If less than 8, it's $5 kilometers for cancel. Less than 8, okay?
10-4.
All right, you got it. Dave Hodge, Mallahan, thank you. 20% to Candlepins for Cancer through sales through December 31st, New England Flooring and Backsplash. Thank you very much, Dave Hodge, Mallahan.
I say Wilco to my friends, and they have no idea what I mean. Will comply, if you're curious, in military speak.
Great bid by Pelletier, leads up to 7. Past the halfway point of the first of 3. Woodside got it up the wall, spare.
Oh, yes. 3 marks in the last 5.
82 in the ball through 8. Eric, a 9. 89 through 8 on Candlepin Bowling Network. Let's pause. 15.7 seconds for the soothing sounds of Greg Gouillart. Oh, I said more than 1, sorry.
Sure, okay. Welcome. This is Candlepin Bowling Network on Facebook and YouTube. Sometimes one spot, sometimes the other, but here it's both places. Please subscribe to YouTube and like us on Facebook so that you're always in the know about the latest Candlepin content. Where is he going? Oh, he's getting that Pub 125 grub. You'll love to see it. Lister's off target here. He's got the 1, 2, 6, and 10. First time he's missed a head pin all string.
How dare he?
Unacceptable.
Hodge, $5 for Candlepins for Cancer. I got 2. I jinxed him. I'll tease him about that one. 76-6. Hey, anything to help the cause. Joey 2 full in the head pin that time.
Trying to garnish all his revenue.
Yeah, there it is. Nice spin. No reprieve, Dave. $5 still for Candlepins for Cancer. You agreed.
Way to support small business.
Back-to-back the hard way. 86 in the ball. Make that a 19% proceed discount now. That's a fun way up a great cause. Lister an 8, 101 through 7. Hodge 86 in the ball through 7.
With that, nobody on a perfect string, as it's called, all 10 spares and strikes. Only just now, in Joey's case, still a fantastic string.
Tight battle here at Academy Lanes. Lister, 7 wiggles, the 8 hobbles also. Wood in front, rolling around.
A lot of bowlers will put spin on their ball just a little bit.
Hodge powers the pocket with 7, 4, 7. Wood in between to maybe help. 10 right corner on the spare.
To avoid splits like that, have to just that little bit of break. It's just really pronounced off the bowling of Joey Lister. You see it really turning the ball over.
The old rock guard, 93.7, 93 through 7. Lister, a spare. 111 in the ball through 8.
4 spares and a strike.
Hodge, you trying to send over. Got the wood in between. Want to go outside that 4.
The problem with end caps.
That might be the last interview with Dave Hodge Mallahan the rest of the season now. Nice out 9, 102 through 8.
One way or another, he's going to get you.
He's going to avoid me now. Don't worry, Dave. I'll remind you.
Hodge's average this Friday Night Pro League is 102. He's already there after 8 frames.
Jeff Surette's on back-to-back spares, 3 out of 4, 71 on the ball through 6 on lane 2 here at Academy Lanes. Pub 125, Haverhill, Mass. Nice ball, 9.
Whoa. Back-to-back 19s.
Big Phil's 80 through 6 in the first of 3. Number 1, Exeter, slumping of late. A lot of injuries bugging the team right now, literally. Mike Nardone splitting 6 and 1. 69 through 6 coming in. Surette for 3 in a row. Just missed. Mike, good second ball right down the middle. 2, 4, 5 in the 10.
Sure, Exeter's defeat last week was by 86 pins. That would have been 9 even if it took it. But that third string, they knew it was getting away there after all the 120 averages being thrown in their face. Richard Beveridge Jr. of Central 2 throwing a 137 to cap the night off. You know, sometimes bowlers just let up in that situation as well. And I think Exeter, if it's possible to underrate a first-place team, sure, you got Boudreaux injured. I don't think you want to count them too far out yet.
Jeff, another 9 drop. 3 in a row. Or is that 4 in a row now?
That.
The 9th pin tournament tomorrow. He'll be all strikes.
That would have been 4, yep. Or would have been 3 anyway.
Bang! Spare! Right back at it. 98. 98 the ball in the 8th. After 9 boxes in the 7th, Nardone 7 last box, 76 through 7. 2 in the 7.
99 and a ball is correct. The score update.
99 make it for Jeff. I got to look at your scoreboard, Greg. You're more accurate. 84 through 8 for Nardone. 4th ball is coming up, getting close to late in the 1st.
I drank a carbonated beverage before I came here. I'm on the ball. I'll have to check in on the score. I have him at Nardone at, no. Nardone maybe at 85. I'll check that. Excuse me. Dave Barber and Scott Lapierre, 4th bowlers up. 2 points for a string win, 2 points for total. Here's Barber. Really propels that ball for the left side of the lane. And he's got a 5-8.
Here's Scott Lapierre on lane 1. Lemon drop. Oh, he got a break. The 7 went down. Pay a buck anyway, Scott. He didn't see it.
The jar's out. Come on, that's gone.
Barber spare. 72 in the ball through 7.
Ooh. Just a 2-pin plucked out for Lapierre. He's going to need a good 3rd ball here. There it is. Got the head pin. He's got the out for 9.
7's a wild. No, it's not wild. Correction. 80. Scoreboard's haunted. They give it 10. It's a 9. So it should be 80. Now it's fixed. So 83 through 7. I got to look at your score. I got to get used to your scoreboard, Greg. Sorry. I'm so used to looking at the scoreboard.
I'm also off pin on someone.
Barber strike.
Crawford was a pin too low. Adjusted that.
82 through 7. 92 plus 2 through 8.
Just a half Worcester punched out for Lapierre. Maine's about the northernmost part of the candlepin world that will call it a half Worcester. Canada, I don't believe, does so as much. 1 at 7 and 8 remaining. Still thinking back to the old Dick Leone shows, a few of which are poking around on YouTube, but I wish many more were. Anybody got a VHS trove just sitting on a bunch of them? Please advise. 7. 90 through 8. And a 27-pin margin for Team Exeter Lanes, representing Exeter, New Hampshire. A lot of these bowlers, of course, represent a number of great centers as well, but these are the lanes sponsoring them. So multiple teams out of Academy Lanes you can figure out there.
Chris Boisvert in the anchor spot. 76 through 6. Peter Crawford Jr. 81 through 6. Boisvert. Wood rolls away. 2-4-7-10. Crawford Jr. Petey Pete crossing over. Leads to a king. Parallel time. Great place to be when you want to get away. Wood in front to help. 5-9, 6-10 left to right. Boisvert trying to send it over. Just missed. You feel a breeze back here in that one. Crawford, good effort. I jinxed Dave Hodge Mallahan. Boisvert spins 2 for an 8. 84 through 7. Crawford gains with a 9. 90 through 7. 475 to 449. It's gone back and forth. Exeter has the lead by 26 plus 2 spares and a strike to 1 spare for Academy 3. Right now they're looking good for the first 2 points in week 14 of 35. Big one next week. Exeter, Central 3, 1 versus 2 coming into tonight. Standing wise. Boisvert 2-4-7 to 10. Petey Pete in the pocket, 9. Top of the 4, holds up. I'll do the update because Greg's enjoying his chicken tennis before we call him the second string. Boisvert just missed the object pin for an 8. $92 through 8. It's got a ball to go, actually. I'm ahead of myself, as usual. It's Crawford, a spare. It's a 100 ball in the 8th. My mouth's in the future, my brain's in the past. What else is new? Like I said, Nate, I predict the future once again. 92 through 8, top of the order. I'll do the update for Greg Gouillart. He's munching out here. Right now, it's Academy 3 trailing by 24 pins. 3 marks to 2 against them also. Second, third, and fourth bowlers have marks for Exeter. Bookend bowlers, Woodside and Crawford have spares for Academy 3 on the right. Woodside pounding 9. Leads the 10. The Wood taps it barely. Not quite, actually. Pelletier leaking 8. 3 in the 6. Woodside, Big Phil, 91 through 8. Back-to-back spares. 101 on the ball in the 9th. Pelletier off the wall, no. Academy 3 making a push. Final 10 boxes for the first. 2 strings after this. Erica 10. 99 through 9. 9's a wild 999.
Yeah, so Exeter does have that extra mark atop that 15-pin advantage, but a 19 box chips into it massively.
Still 3 hits to 2 for Exeter. Woodside, love a strike on spare, but a quarter, you gotta be kidding me. Brutal, cruel game sometimes from 1 Phil. 102 through 9. Eric, 5-1 split. Woodside, look at this one. Unbelievable. 1-4-7-8, right side, 6-10. Unbelievable. Eric, 1 in the 10. Trying to get to 109. And Ed Woodside, a tough 5. 107, opening string. Eric Gaines with a 9. He ends up with a 108 first string. So Gaines 1 on his counterpart, 8 box to go.
By the way, in terms of pinning and pins left standing, Exeter has knocked down 14 more actual pins. So that's a big part of their 18 plus 2 mark advantage as well. Actually, both sides have a pie-sliced amount of marks, 3 strikes and 14 spares.
Hodge pushing 9. Kingpin gets a tap. Lister spinning down to the 5. 6-10, spare chance. What a string he's having. 8 Phil, 119 through 8. Hodge, robbed by the wood. Wow. All but the cap is what you don't want to avoid.
That's the second time a cap has denied him, if I recall correctly.
Lister spare, takes advantage of his. 129 of the ball in the 9th. Choo-choo, freight train. Way outside for 9.
Somebody actually brought a train whistle when he was bowling the ACST final at Harvard Lanes. That was delightful.
I wonder where you got that nickname from.
He's just some guy.
The story behind that is he had a 166 and a 144 in the ACST against Bruno DeFeo last season, week 1. 698. 310 his last 2 strings. I call him the freight train. He just plowed through all the pins that day. 1 wobbling 2, 8 more in the fill. 137 through 9. Hodge off the Wister. 1 wobbling 10 falls. Lister, close to spare.
Whoa.
147 of the ball in the 10th. Wow.
The Ronnie O'Sullivan, my goodness. And how about this? I mean, we were One has to lament Boudreau's absence due to injury, but I'm not sure there's that big of a gap in the roster with how Lister's filling it.
Hodge 9, 121 first string for the captain.
It should be 120. We'll check the score on that.
Yeah, 120. That's right. 120. Scoreboard show 121. It is 120. Thank you, Greg. The genius.
I can count. Oh, what a count there.
Big shot strike on Spare. What a finish for the freight train.
Whoa.
157.
And you know, all those 120s and 130s they were getting thrown in their face last week, now they're the ones doing the deed. And Exeter Lanes off to a 46-pin margin here at the tail end of string one.
What a luxury to have him on your team as a sub. Mike Nardone. Strike! Bombs away, baby! 95 plus 2 in the ninth.
Baby, 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 oh.
Jeff Surette on a spare. He gets 9, 10, strike the train! Knocks down the 6. Strike on Spare, 109 through 8, 119 plus 2 in the ninth.
The commuter rail runs behind here.
Usually does, literally.
A regional transit. Come on, Philip Eng, increase the service times. The bowlers need it.
Nardone trying to double up the strike, 8, 6 in the 10. Plank in front, high up. Surette on his strike, buries the pocket. Look at this one. The 10 falls, you get the 6 right, 4 in the left. Helicopter time.
Surette 9 for 10 on the headpin this string.
Nardone, Spare on strike.
Significant.
Up to 115 of the ball in the 10th.
Too late for the string here, but you want to stem the tide here. And Surette's going to have a conference here with the wood in the middle.
Just don't say Alabama tide. They didn't make the college football playoffs.
4 and 6 pin, and the wood does look to be bridging the gap here like it's connect the dots.
It might be a little too deep, so we turn it around. Great effort. Oh, look at this. Wow.
What is
oh,
this?
It does go. Unbelievable. Nico, take a video of that one. What a crazy spare for Jeff Surette.
As Hodge mentioned, Surette has been playing this game a long, long time, but I'm not sure he can recall a spare that's gone quite like that.
Wow. 129 on the spare and strike through 9. 139 on the ball in the 10th.
Nico.
What a crazy game.
Nico.
Nardone 7. Nice finish. 122. Surette. Click wing eagle.
Come on. Can't even shoot at that.
Make it 6. What an unbelievable spare. A 16 box. And what a nice string for him.
145, second best on the team. This is going to be good.
We mentioned Joey Lister, 3, 10, and 2 strings combined at ACST match against Bruno DeFeo week 1 on Kenneth Bowling Network on YouTube, ACST last year. The freight train and Surette combined for 3, 10 themselves here in the first. Scott Lapierre crossing over, 4 wiggles, 10 right.
Hodge's official score 121, that's adjusted.
Dave Barber, the 6-pack, check his ID. He's on a strike after a spare.
Thanks for the help. Thanks for the help. What did you do?
Scott trying to send it over somehow. Oh, what a try. Thought he might use the wood there. Barber flies over the king, the 5.
Oh, we had a vote. From now on, we get.
Scott, a 10. 100 through 9. Dave Barber, 9. 110 through 9. Scott Lapierre trying to get closer in total. It was close, and all of a sudden it's a balloon to 62 for Exeter. Now Greek Church for Dave Barber. Strange one. 4-7-8 right side, 6-10.
He's dealing left to right, so he wants to hit on the left side of the pocket, not there. That's a tough one to take, though.
Scott not much better here for a leave. 1-6-9-10, trying to get to 110. After a 65 start, Barber, an 8 with the ball to go. Trying to get to 120.
Now look at the sidewall action they're getting.
Scott goes to the short 3 for 9. 109 first string. Dave Barber, 9. 119 opening string, 2 blocks to go. Greg Gouillart, the second string, all to himself.
Oh, man.
As I try to hold off this raspy cold for the third string, I got Ken up in corner on YouTube tomorrow.
Oh, no. Do you have this pneumonia nonsense
The
now?
9-pin Christmas Classic, 3rd annual, tomorrow right here at Academy Lanes, Pub 125, 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. shortly after. Sponsored by Candlepins for Cancer.
In a 9-pin tournament, 9 pins becomes 10 automatically, be it for a strike, spare, or 10.
That's right. Subscribe free to Candlepin Corner on YouTube featuring Leader Lane Skins. Season 2 coming out. Great job by Corey Lisi and Jordan Britton. Corey in Florida right now.
Hell yeah, you should check out Candlepin Corner. You can also check out our Candlepins for Cancer variety show for an example of 9-pin bowling along other variants.
Peter 7 in the fill, 107 through 9, 2 in the 6. Boisvert 3 in the first ball, 6 in the second.
Two pins remain. Crawford's got one of those for a 9.
116 through 9. Boisvert right on for a 10. Final box, 102 through 9. Exeter has the first 2 points. Academy 3 made it interesting earlier, but too much Surette, too much freight train.
They made it interesting early, and who knows, maybe Crawford is more explosive bowling.
And correction, they come out of a 212, the boiling point, not 312, the boiling point. Lister and Surette, not 310, 312, even better. Crawford trying to dominate the strike, he does! The Julian strike! A lot of strikes here in the first. He had a double strike to start, a strike to end the string.
Come on, buddy, we know you could get real strikes. What's that?
126 plus 2.
And we don't begrudge Jenny Rowe that first backdoor strike then again.
Boisvert for a spare. Tickled the 1.
Jenny Rowe, the newest top of the ladies singles chart with 210. Defeating after a long reign, Brenda LeMagdalen's 207.
And Glennis McKinley had it before at 202.
Ball 3. It's 8. Chris Boisvert 110.
Crawford on a strike. Oh, double strike again! Booking double strikes. Wow, how often do you see that, folks? Double strike to start, double strike to finish.
We'll light up the spare smudge to indicate that 136 in a ball.
Put some English in that shot.
We got a double-double, but we're not in Canada or Timmy's.
136, trying to get to 146.
Though that was great fuel when we were at Fairleigh, Moncton, New Brunswick. Tell you what, got you through a good week of broadcasting up there for the Worlds.
Trying to triple it up off the wall. It's going to be 7. $27, the power of the double strike.
So 639 to 602, I think, if that 10th frame reset animation will get out of the way, please and thank you.
143 for Peter Crawford Jr. in a losing effort, and they cut it down to 37.
If you wouldn't mind, if the score were to, nope, 639 to 602, never mind, that is confirmed. So 2 points over, and I'm going to update the string display so that I don't forget. Second of 3, we did it.
All right, awesome.
Greg Gouillart always forgets to do that.
Paul Grant, Greg Gouillart on Candlepin Bowling Network, the Friday Night Pro League game of the week, week 14 to 35, number 1 Exeter, holding serve against number 5 seed Academy 3, 639 to 602. They're up by 37, heading into the middle string. Now at the play-by-play, here's Mr. Greg Gouillart.
Thanks very much, Paul. Eric Pelletier first up, and he's got the W leave here, spread eagle, plus the 5-pin. 5 and 10, the nickel and dime for Ed Woodside. Let's light up that scoreboard to see it here. Good to see you all out there, Candlepin Bowling Network on Facebook and YouTube. Here at Academy Lanes in Haverhill, Massachusetts. 5-10. Woodside doesn't get on that front piece of wood there. Doesn't matter how good you ran last string, got to keep pinning it out here. And Pelletier does well to get that 7. Woodside, nice gain there. That'll be 10. And Woodside comes into this with a 114 average on the road, and Pelletier a 113 average. And that average is calculated by, it's what duck pinners call a composite average, although in this case, it's all the road games, plus a few select home games to make sure everything's all balanced. That way, you get your score averaged out across all the houses here. Spread eagle less the 10 and the 6 for Woodside. We've seen that bust up a few times already. Nonetheless, though, I think Woodside is up to 6 splits already in this match. Eric Pelletier has chipped out just the 5-pin. pull something up here for y'all. And Woodside takes a 9. Now over to Dave Hodge Mallahan. That 121, a very good result. And Joey Lister, a 157, a tremendous one. 2 pins for winning the first string, Exeter Lanes. I don't believe it. Kevin Burns is here. Lister got on that 2 pin, the 1, 6, 8, and 10. Mallahan just chipping out that front diagonal there, the 3, 6, and 10. No go here. So Exeter Lanes was 3 points ahead of Central 3. They have taken the first string. All teams are in action every single Friday night, so remains to be seen how Central 3 is doing. There's an off chance that someone in the Facebook group Candlepin Chat might be streaming this match. That's not a guarantee, but more and more teams, if we're not doing this here on Candlepin Bowling Network, they'll be doing that on their side, be it on their Facebook streams. Got a few bowlers with TikTok, not out of this bunch, I don't think. Actually, Crawford has a TikTok, if I recall. Lister gets a strike here in frame number 2. Mallahan chips this one. Dave Hodge Mallahan is the 2 and 10. A lot of splits in the early going. Head pins are pretty much even so far, actually. Exeter's only hit 2 more first ball head pins, in fact. 2-10. Woods going way across, and it goes, yes. We were talking with Dave a moment ago about how the pin plates do seem to be a bit quicker here, just well cleaned. That's all it has to be, really, to generate that pin action that a number of bowlers love. Of course, a number of other bowlers love it when the conditions are tougher and, you know, really embrace the, dare I say it, masochistic side of candlepin bowling. But either way, we know how much that third ball matters, no matter how high the scoring is in the first place. A 13-pin advantage is generated just in pinning on Exeter's side, so that's 2 marks worth. We want to keep an eye on that. Nardone's got the better leave here. Mike Nardone's looking at the 3, 5, and 6. 5, 7, 10 for Surette. He showed us some magic with the whirling dervish. I could not believe the rev rate on that when he got that spare in the 10th. He's on this front wood, and it all diverges around, and the 5-pin remains. Nardone misses triangle 3 here. He's got just the 3, 5 remaining. A few lanes over yonder, Central 1 and Academy 1 are in action as well. Here at Academy Lanes, Haverhill, Massachusetts, Central Park Lanes is in East Boston. 9 bucks for each of them. Ball's just taking a little bit of a break here. He'll be back in a moment, though. And that first game was something else, I tell you. 6:02, no good for Academy 3. Exeter Lanes a 639. Sorry to shake the camera there. I know I get excited talking about scores that high, but really I should control myself. 3, 4, 6. Surette's only on the front one. Mike Nardone just missed. I think he wanted a piece of that front wood so that he got a ball deflection. Just the 3-pin. Surette takes a 9. Jeff's got 18 through 2, and Mike's got another one, and 19 through 2 for the man we call Narclone at times. You think about it, a lowercase d, you separate it out kinda, or you write it down funny, and looks like a lowercase d, or it looks like a CL, and I think one publisher of a shirt got that wrong and created a very hysterical situation during one tournament. Dave Barber, the captain of Exeter Lanes. He's got 2, 4, 6, and 7. President of the Friday Night Pro League, Pro Series organizer, president of the Candlepin Bowlers Association. What doesn't he do? 5-pin's going to tip over for Lapierre, but in front of the 8, denying him the strike. Mike's pretty decent, though. Remember, that wood's not going to get across, though, but a good offer at it. Tight one in the very early going of this, but Lapierre's got a good chance here to bust the ice here, and he's got a spare. versus a 9. I'm Greg Gouillart. You could call me Greg G if you prefer. As long as you know the names of the bowlers, honestly, all good with me. Scally's streaming it now. Scally's got a stream going. Is he streaming on Candlepin Chat or on our network? Honestly, I'll be honest with you, I've misplaced my phone and I can't tell. I swear I own a mobile. Barber's drop 9. Lapierre, spare fill, the load is 8. Not many people call it a load, but I remember Bangor Brewer Lanes, as this one gets away from Barber, piloted a show actually. I believe both mother and son Riva, Penny and Evan, were pilot contestants on that as well. Would have been an interesting one to see. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out. Scott Lapierre back-to-back. Nice ignition source for Academy 3, the home team. Barber 10. It's somewhere on some obscure corner of the internet. I know we're centralizing a lot of media here, but if you dig around, there's a lot of lost relics. Now you can finally go to Worcester for some of them. I mentioned it earlier, but it bears repeating. Worcester Historical Museum has a candlepin exhibit with a number of great remnants from the past and pretty recent present of the game. Nick Norcross, the world champion, is far from ancient history in this game, I'll tell you that much. Congratulations to Team Academy Lanes. Don't get confused, they have crossover with Central 3 for their great championship. Chris Boisvert, as I update the scoreboard, has a 3-2 split. Didn't quite get over to the 3-6 by a millispeck. Crawford only on the front diagonal. That's good pinning at the very least with the ball to go. Peeling back the layers of the onion. And yes, Scally's stream is on his channel, so thank you, Nico, for confirming that. Boisvert, that's going to go for 10. The 6-10 and then the 4-7 and then the 3, excuse me. And that's going to gain 3. We're seeing some strange ones, I tell you what, backdoor action. I think by and large, bowlers are a fan of the speed here. Just those little extras here and there, you never know which ones will make a difference. Like I said, Academy 3's victory last week was just 9 pins. Last week, Academy 3 rolled 1594 for their 3-string total. Exeter Lanes on their home turf had 1698, so yeah, it's 104 pins more. A bit of an apples and oranges comparison since the 1594 was run at Central Park Lanes, which is a notoriously tougher house. Again, unless you're Danny Harris, and you apparently are averaging massively anyway. Danny Harris has a 134 road average. Second best, Justin Waters, 123. Also second best, Jonathan Boudreau, a little less, or decibel with that 123. Boisvert 8 and Crawford 7. I'll score check as I go as well. Keep an eye on that. That is a 4-pin pickup in that last visit for Boisvert. Here you see it. So taking a look here, I had 100 to 92, but it's only 99 because, let's see who it is. Ed Woodside is only on 18 somehow, so I gave him 1 pin too many. And there you see it, and there you see him getting the 1, 3, and 7. Well, let's hear just 5. Inside on this one, this can still go, but though we've seen the wood be able to fell a number of pins, it will not. Spare Eric Pelletier, 3 for 3 on the head pin, and this one he gets rewarded with a mark. That's deadwood if that remains there, too far forward on lane number 2. And Lister's going to take a look at that. There's a possibility that foul line technology will be reinstalled there. It's normally indicated with those red lights in the middle blue room at Academy. Here, I'm not sure how they would plan to do that, and I don't have exact confirmation of this. Woodside takes 10. But it would be nice to see that foul line technology implemented in more places. I'm not sure we should have a conversation about the lob line that will start arguments. 4, 5, and 7. Phil is 7 for Pelletier. That's a good count away from the head pin. He's got 34 through 3. So you see the pinfall tied there, but keep an eye on the yellow smudges between total and game. Oh, that's a rough one. Ed spins out. And nothing with the pins. Back to back for Pelletier, and that's a big swing for Exeter. Ed Woodside takes 9. For those wondering, the lob line is that black line you see painted about 10 feet in front of the foot foul line. No, it is not the kids' line. And it's just behind this side of the arrows. The rule, as written, is that a ball must not hit the lane beyond it, basically. It makes sure you're actually rolling the ball rather than throwing it. The thing is, though, you can't really get a good perspective on it unless you're really attentively watching the line. And you have to have the right perspective on it. I believe some people can call it from back here, but there may be a bit of a angle perspective problem where you actually can't fully see it from back here, so the enforcement would have to be a little lax anyway. But it's an exact line. Get over 5 pin, it's gone. And Mallahan recovers nicely for 32 and a ball. Oh, that was close there. Lister's pointing at something. It might have been deflecting wood. That cost him the 6 pin. 9 fill. So as you get to 10 bucks to button that up, the factors at play are, how would you get it enforced? Do you have to be in Ralph Stewart's classic position on Channel 5 where you're actually looking parallel to the line? And then is there willingness to even have the line judges? A number of bowlers, including a number of prominent professionals, will say, no, it doesn't really generate that much of an advantage as long as you're not getting every single ball out there. That skip lob, on the other hand, is legal. And it generates a 6 fill for Hodge, the captain of Academy 3. I'll take another peek here. Yes, the fill is still 6, and he's got 8 down, 2 to go. Lister the check mark. That does stymies him as well, so the check mark proving to be a big enemy of Exeter Lanes. They still won that first string massively. But what could have been? A 9 for Lister. Thanks everyone for leaving comments in chat. Thanks Nico for that score update as well. I do see you all. A little tough to go back and forth in this particular setup. But I tell you what, I have a lot of thanks to give to the DeBurros who own Academy Lanes. Josh and Ted do a fantastic job running the place, and in amongst it all, a great upgrade to the Wi-Fi for their customers and for us as well. Really appreciate the fact that they value that so much. Sorry. Just a 7 pin, yes. Surette gets that to go. If you heard that noise, that was on an adjoining lane. I think Jeff Walsh got really excited for a shot. And if you were watching that other stream as well, you might have an idea. Nardone gets 9, so the extra mark over to Exeter in this close match. This close string, anyway. Great crowd out there. Please keep liking the video. Well, if you've hit the like button, don't hit it again. But if you're logged into YouTube, please hit the like button. And if you're logged into Facebook, please hit the like button there, whatever platform you're watching on. It helps out if you get a chance. But just you watching makes a big difference. It truly does. And thank you to all 3,800 plus and climbing at a rate unthinkable to us. At some time, we and the bowlers all truly appreciate it. The leave often attributed to Bob Cagliari goes down for Jeff Surette, and he's got back-to-back. 43 and a ball through 4. What stumps me more about Now that should definitely be a 7 for Nardone. I'm not sure how the scoring got that high, but it should be 35 through 4. We'll confirm that, and you see it here. Now over to Dave Barber and Scott Lapierre. Surette had a 408 triple. A couple of 400 triples also on Boisvert's side. He actually has 2, 407 and 400. Lapierre's got a check mark left side. His second spare fill of the string is a 6. This is a good mix. Dave has a 1, 2, and 5. Just the 5-pin out for Scott. 1, 2, 5. Yes, that's good. Dave Barber driving right through for his first mark, and you see it stacking up on Exeter's side again. Lapierre and Crawford, a fantastic, almost co-anchor for the team. Lapierre with a 120 average, Crawford Jr. for a 122 average. That's good for 4th best in the league. Boudreau is going to have that 123 average, although ineligible for season rewards if he's unable to return through no fault of his own. What in tarnation could that possibly be? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Good count. Good count for Barber. He's got a 7 box, 7 fill, 36 through 3. Wood sits right there. It's looking all at the right side. Question is, how do you get to the 4-7? Maybe a right side spin would take it. Let's see. He'll go on the red line directly. That's not going to work, and it splits it up in a tough way. Barber no dice either, so this is going to bring up a 3rd ball for the pair of them. Lapierre's had all his head pins. He'll grab 1 on that and be disappointed with that. And I think both of them are going to be happy to hit the reset button on that one. That's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes the pins are just too tough, but there's always a new set of 10 ready to descend. Now over to Chris Boisvert and Pete Crawford Jr. Petey Pete, a plumber and a DJ. Not at the same time. 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Not at the same hour of the day, anyway. Though I guess at the nightclub develops a clog, maybe someone can spell him in the DJ booth. Boisvert 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. With Wood bridging the gap. They're electrical terminals almost. Strange one for Crawford here. That Wood looks like it clobbers a 7. How about the right side? No, Wood violent bow behind the 6. And then how is this for Chris? He misses the object pin entirely here. But either way, the Wood probably would have spun forward. It's a 10 for Crawford Jr., and I believe 10 is available to Boisvert if he goes right on this one. Maybe the Wood snaps forward. Or not. Score at 8. 8 box brings him up to 26 through 3. Taking a peek here. Once that gets updated, scores are confirmed. 205 to 195. Scores to see on your screen are otherwise unofficial as we're hand entering them in. We could just show you the cubic overhead readout, but we insist on having that homemade charm in all our streams here on Candlepin Bowling Network. I jest. 3-6-7 for Boisvert and a 1-3-6-9 and a 4-7. A couple of second balls getting away across the board here. If Boisvert can get this 3-pin sliced, he has the so-called barn door. It's off the wall. The Wood's coming back and takes it. And another crazy backdoor make, this time for a spare for Boisvert. That's 9 for Crawford Jr., and let's take a look here. So advantage mounting as you see those 3 extra marks. The yellow smudges for Pelletier, Surette, and Boisvert, 11 pins plus more. Pinning gap is again opening up for Exeter as well, so 5 more. That's now 18 overall in the match. That's a significant portion of that 48-pin lead, though the marks are going to really start taking over here. Pelletier, you see it mixing. The fill is 6. 50 through 4. Off the cap of the wood. See the problem with that. Good, and another half Worcester converted, this time by Ed Woodside. Seen a few of those bailout balls. And that's the resilience you need. Academy 3 showing that. Academy 3 comes into tonight in 5th place as the top 8 make the playoffs. Pelletier in 8 box. Top 8 out of 12 teams advance to the playoffs. So a knockout bracket. Hodge was mentioning it's just total matters. That's absolutely right. Keep mixing there. Woodside's fill is 9. Pelletier just wide and an opportunity. And no mistake made with the wood in front. Hard to anyway. But put that mark on the board. The Pelletier, we were mentioning the injury troubles here. 9 box, 67 through 6. And now with that 2-mark swing, things get a little bit different. Now Academy 3 much more in this, even though Exeter does have the extra mark hanging. Joey Lister and Dave Mallahan. I should say Dave Hodge Mallahan. It is a hyphenated name. Not a lot of space on my scoreboard, but want to give him his due here. Lister just 3 out. Extra corner taken. Dave takes out just 3 on this. Lister had that 369 last week, and you could see just more of that brilliance with that conversion. 58 in a ball and another great half he's working on. This will not go for Mallahan, and he's got the 1, 4, and 7. Got a 10 there. I see a spam bot is trying to flirt with one of our users. That's unfortunate. It is just a annoying person trying to block them. Sorry, I'm not able to block them from here, it seems. That's a strike. Hodge with a strike, his second one of the evening. Lister's fill is 2, doesn't work out this time, and now he's got to pin this out. So that fill fizzles. Still Exeter the advantage, but that's a key strike for the captain to sit down on. Good out there, a perfect third ball. Delivers Lister a 10. He's only left 1 pin standing in this string and 4 overall for the entire evening. Friday Night Pro League, here we are at Academy Lanes in Haverhill, Massachusetts. One of 3 rooms. Used to be kind of the yellow room, now it's the red room. Blue room in the middle and green room on the right side where a lot of the functions and close access to Pub 125, the great restaurant here, can be found. Jeff Surette, spare fill is 7. 3-6-10. Nardone's got 1 more, leaving the 4 horsemen. That goes. 3 marks in a row for Jeff Surette. Unlike his many TV shows he's been on, we cannot offer bonus money. Only 3 of 4 for Nardone. Had a mixed international team here. The last tournament did take place here at Academy. His team was called the Narclones. Jeff Surette's team name was fantastic, but we'll just leave it at PC Enterprises. Well, that is what they're called. 6-10. Again, Surette on a 68 half and a chance for more. Tough luck for Nardone, who's now got 3 splits and hasn't enjoyed the same opportunities to get much going. It's good, 4 in a row. Surette 78 in a ball through 6. That's too far right for the wood. Nardone's at least got it for the 3rd ball. It needed something crazy. I think he was trying to get on the right tip. Now he takes a better shot. Well, it was a prudent shot for 9, but he got 10. Maybe you just have to try that next time as they share a knowing joke with each other. Dave Barber and Scott Lapierre. Richard, you're right. They do need a little more room. I guess they got just enough. There was some spilling out when we had the men's internationals, the ICC Worlds at Leda Lanes. They were spilling out on the lanes all the time. It was thinking, just take a few of your balls off the rack when it's not your turn. Strike. Scott Lapierre with 5 headpin hits in the half gets rewarded with a hammer. Barber's displeased. That looked like a tough shot going down. The wood was rather deep as well. I wonder if he'll be tempted to try it again, even though he's got a very easy 9 to his left. Let's see what he opts to do. Now goes high on the wood. Whoops, there's the bounce. All righty. That must really weigh into the shot making here, because I tell you, the sidewall action is pinball bumper-esque. And I think that may start. I think the bowlers are taking notice of this, and that's going to affect the shot selection from here on out, if it hasn't already. Exeter Lanes by 22 pins. A couple extra strikes for Academy 3, and we have seen Crawford double 2 of them. Eight for Barber. Lapierre has been all over this head pin of this string. Gets it again, and the 10-pin drops, but not the 7. What is there? Basic rule of candlepin, cannot play the wood first. This 2-pinner gets away from Mr. President. And Lapierre's going to have to be careful as he navigates the left channel. Around it, preferably. That's good. Fair and a spare, and a 20 bucks. He's got 81 through 6, and Barber has an 8. Well, a non-shocking result, but a shocking gap. Central 3 over Riverwalk, thanks Kevin Burns for the tip, by 111 pins in the first string, if I recall. That is one heck of a result. Over to Chris Boisvert. Got 5 pins here. Candlepins for Cancer, over $68,500. That's the charity that being mentioned here by Hodge. You could go to candlepins4cancer.com to make donations of your own. Crawford gets a spare here. I'll show that link in just a moment here. I was getting a PSA shown to me. You know, like the old piece of paper they show on the news desks all the time. Look at the marks stacking up on Academy's side. Actually, they might be favored. For a 10? Yes. Bover gets that. But now, 15 pins minus 3 extra marks for Academy 3, and this string is tightened right on up. 2 points to the winner of each string, 2 for total. It's these points that determine the standings. You see the 2-0 at the top. That's what Exeter has for winning the first string. Boisvert steps on the ball return in his natural delivery. 3-1 split. Crawford, pins getting over indeed. That's a 9 fill. Fits and starts here for Crawford, but when he gets on, he is on. 2 double strikes and 2 spares in that first one for that 143. Second string's coming tougher. This is good, and another sidewall. That's a very... I don't mean to make that one sound cheap at all, though. That's a great shot by Boisvert to get on the right side of the 3-6, and the 3, 5, 6, and 7 go. 61 in the ball through 6. Should be good. That's a 10, I will believe. It was a little close to the channel wood, but that was at worst simultaneous, I think, so we're going to mark it accordingly. And take a look at the scores. 3-3-8 to 3-3-2, but an extra mark. Now we're basically tied here now that Boisvert's got that extra mark. Ed Woodside is filling a spare on lane 2. Let's take a look here. He's on the 2-pin, and the fill is 4. So, you see it there? The margin is 2. 3, 9, and 10. It's close here, but the walls crash around, but the king stands. 3, 9, 10. It goes in front this time. Pelletier just can't drive through. At Woodside at 10 and Eric Pelletier. Very much a bend back delivery like Boisvert's. Has a 10 of his own. Let's put that away. Head pin accuracy pretty even, Stevens all told. 53 and 47 for Exeter and Academy 3. So Exeter is 6 more. More quality looks here for Exeter as well. They have the same number of splits. Basic bowling terminology, those are not splits because the head pin was missed. Woodside's already made a half Worcester. They crumple but don't go all the way across, and this will be not too bad to pin out for 9 at least, provided the wood on the right is okay. Pelletier needs more on ball 3. So versus an 8, Pelletier has a chance to gain a couple. But does not, despite a good third ball. 8 box, 85 through 8. Taking a look here, Joey Lister, who's coming up now, can pin out 267 already, and he's still got 4 boxes. In theory, he does not need a double strike to have 300 for 2. Mallahan's having a good night so far. His strike fill begins with a 6. Lister can't bust that one up. 3-1 split. The wood's not a disaster, though. Looking, I don't think the red line's looking at the 7 in his case. No. It's looking behind it, basically. If you drew an imaginary red laser from the red line of that wood back there behind the 3-pin. Mallahan's a straightforward. Ooh! Wood behind, and it goes! Yes! Joey Lister is second spare, and he's got 80 and a ball through 7. Mallahan, so a 6 fill and a 9 box. That was the third ball. Few got away on that strike fill. Still his team very much in it, even though that 3-pin lead you see there is probably a mirage with the Exeter marks. Extra Exeter marks. 178. Check mark right side. Lister gets 6. Oh no, it's a check mark. That's been a recurring bugaboo. 178, yes. Hodge spares and the check mark, no! And the 6-pin was hit too. It's still wilting but will not go. So Mallahan does mark and swings the pendulum back closer to even. Should be pinnable for Lister. It is for 10. Still, he's only left 1 pin standing in his string. 3 marks, 5 markless, still only 1 pin left standing. How often do these bowlers bowl in a week? Well, some of them might still be in other weekly leagues. I know some, I believe, are only doing this Friday Night Pro League. But what interests me the most is we see Mike Nardone and Jeff Surette, and Surette's fill of 6 is that notion of our certain bowlers overexerting themselves. I mean, obviously when Craig Holbrook is suffering from injury. That's good for a spare. Nardone on the board. When bowlers are suffering from injury, you wonder if there's a sort of Tommy John-esque problem here where they're overworking themselves. And I mentioned Holbrook and his longevity. I guess that's bound to happen after several years in the game. But you see all the number of shoulder issues that are developing from a number of repeat bowlers here. And maybe that's just an accepted reality here. I mean, bowling is hardly the most hazardous sport on the planet, far from it. But with that repeated strain here, you wonder if maybe there's some underlying factor in some way to mitigate that risk of injury so that you can get more games in, if nothing else. As the object of some people's lives not to bowl as much as possible with whatever free time, hey. Ooh, that gets away. Still Academy 3 has the extra mark on their side, so they lead. That would have been big, though. Surette smack dab in the middle. 2, 4, 6, 10 evens up. And against a 10 on the third ball. Roll across here, not this time. That'll go for 8. So 2 pins picked up for Nardone, even though we'll be disappointed by that outcome. But in a match where these pins might matter, the pinning gap has actually shrunk by 1 in this string to Academy 3 now. Just literal pinning. The score is 2 plus an extra mark that you see Scott Lapierre about to fill. We're in for a good one again. You mentioned Academy 3 was sad after they got killed in that last one, and they just got shut down. Nobody over 100. Far from it in this one, where a 603 was no good. But Lapierre with a 9 fill, albeit against a Barber 8 drop and a 610, with a great chance to put Academy 3 back into this. The 10 pin goes, and Scott Lapierre has 3 straight marks. Strike, spare 9, spare. Barber collects as well. Dave Barber 72 in a ball through 7. 2 marks aside, Academy 3 with a true 11 pin advantage. Friday night Pro League action every week here on Candlepin Bowling Network. God bless you, Paul. I wish I had this much time to come to every Friday night match. I would if I could, and it's a pleasure to be here now. Lapierre, who has not missed a single head pin in this string. Just got caster cursed, but he gets an 8 drop. 108 through 7. The outpost for Barber, he's got 5. So a 3-pin swing again for Academy 3, who is now up by a true 2 marks worth. About 7-ish on a spare. I know I'm supposed to say 6.5. Sorry, Bob Lee, our executive producer. Scorpion tail kick on the head pin. That's not going to go. Scott knows he wanted to get on the head pin. No carry to the 10, and Barber gets shut down as well. Good bid on that one. Dave Barber's wife, Allie, won the last Pro Series event, the Skins tournament they had there. We were mentioning Candlepin Skins in the context of 9-pin tomorrow and the all-new Skins on Candlepin Corner. But the Pro Series got in on the act and resurrected their Skins format, which Allie Barber won, as did Nick Zuffalato. Corey Packard had a fantastic day as well. He picked up a lot of Pro Series point standings. I meant to show you that. I'll share the link to that file as soon as you can so you can see the standings. Crawford wants either of those wiggling pins to drop. Neither will, even though they're just wilting this way and that. Boisvert 5 fill. So 8 plus a mark for Academy 3. I think Chris will have wanted more. Wood comes back, but hits it with the tip. Crawford denied. Boisvert close, but unfortunately it leaves him the 1-8-10. Isn't it cruel? A shot so close to the head pin, but not on it. Deliver the harshest of results. Crawford takes 10, 72 through 7. That's good out there. 1 and 10. Over 75 through 7. So Academy 3 still holding on. Both sides have 13 marks in this string, so it's really all a question of fills. Yeah, that strike spare from Lapierre. That's big. Crawford immediately upset with how that ball got released. 7-pin cluster. Boisvert bends back and delivers. 4 horsemen. Boisvert has sat down on a mark in his last 2 visits in these 2-box formats. Such a tough one. 2 boxes, that's not a lot of time on the lanes. I tried to convince my friends to go 5 boxes at a time the last time I went open bowling. They didn't want to. Ooh, just 3 of the 4. But anytime you hear the term speed league, that usually refers to going 5 at a time. For example, I think it's fair to call the Atlantic Candlepin Single Store, which we also have here in Candlepin Bowling Network, a traveling speed league. 10 boxes for the pair of them, and let's take another gander here. I also should take a look up and make sure I've got the scores correct. And 455, 463, taking a look here. It looks as though I am a pin too high on Nardone's scoreboard. So there we go. 455 to 463. No head pins either side. In these last 2 boxes of string number 2. 8 pins. Dave Hodge Mallahan leading the way with a mark of his own. 5 more head pins for Exeter Lanes. Just a 2-7. It's coming back, and Pelletier got it. Backdoor spare. 95 and a ball through 9. Woodside denied. You gotta take the breaks however you get them. Eight for Woodside. Pins are getting away in this string for him. Triangle crumbling, and Pelletier's got 9. And that has dented the lead. Parallel pins for Woodside, the 4, 5, 7, 8. Eric's got this one. He's got back-to-back marks. 2 duos of spares. 114 and a ball. Woodside wanted to be on one of those front pins. 4, 5, 7. Got a 9 box there for a 105 and a 2-string total of 212. Holy smokes, what a great crowd we have here on CBN. Thank you very much. One more string, no intermissions coming right on up. Please like on Facebook or subscribe on YouTube wherever you happen to be. We appreciate it. Spare fill for Pelletier is 7. So 11 pins minus Dave Hodge Mallahan's bonus ball. 16 bonus pins for Pelletier. Add on 3 more and pins lost on the other side. And Exeter has swung it in their favor, 11 minus a ball. If Mallahan strikes here, pendulum goes right back. But Joey Lister, who could pin out 373, has mashed this rack and leaves just the 9. Hodge missed it, but gets away with it. Even the head pin, you couldn't tell the difference. The fill is 8. Exeter's caught a few breaks, all's fair. Parallel pins and Wood to drive it right back. That's a piece of cake for Lister. The clamorings from the other match. And that goes for Hodge as well. Spare aside, 501, 498, that should be. We'll check on the scoreboard frequently. But it is correct, 3-pin margin. Lister filling his well. It's 9. 115 through 9. And another dandy of a string. Ooh. 6 pins. You're never going to get any love off the curtain. But what a great showing he's got here, but Lister has spared again. His 12th mark already in 2 strings, averaging 6 marks a string and 125 in a ball. Mallahan needs to make a crazy one here. I may have wanted that front wood instead. Now he's got to pin this out. He gets 2 more. Dave Hodge Mallahan, 125. 2-string total, 246. Eric Pelletier is on 229, excuse me. Joey Lister filling in the 10th, displeased with the contact, but the fill is 6, and the string is 131 for a 288. 144 average. Again, a lot of gentlemen would be pleased with an average of about 120. You had a few of those thrown in Exeter's face, and that's why they lost 6-2. But guns blazing between Lister and Surette. Up now on lane 2. Jeff's got this head pin, and he's got the 7 pin. Nardone, good contact as well, 4-7. Woods slightly awkward. I think it covers. Jeff says no doubt. Nardone, it's fair to spare. 2 marks to the past 3. Nardone, who had a dry spell through the first 6, now has 2 spares in the last 3. 14 pins, mark aside. Head pin contact, that's the pocket side for Surette. Down goes the 7, and Jeff Scott just 5 pin to look at. Mike splits up. He's got the 5 fill. And somebody's opened the fire escape, and I am freezing my buns off. Thank you. Oh no, the cap! And the ball deflects away, and you see the dismay on Surette's face. Nardone really needs to slice this, nearly did. We've seen all those crazy pinball bounces, but none coming. Still, though, Exeter significantly in front with just 2 bowlers to go and the 10 secured. Add 1 more to Exeter's advantage. And after 2 strings, Jeff Surette 276 for a 138 average. And Mike Nardone, very good, 229. Scott Lapierre has been having a good go of it, 246. Dave Barber, quite fine as well. Can pin out 226 for a 113 average. Quite fine average, but for Dave Barber, who's been averaging 118, he'll want to do a little better. This ball escapes for a half Worcester. This goes, we've seen it already. It still blows my mind when I see Danny Harris just 11 pins in front on road average, 134. Justin Waters and Jonathan Boudreau, 123. That's not going to work. Starlight 5 for Scott Lapierre. Not the pin. You know what? He made the parallel pins, which is incredible, but not worth anything, aside from the pins itself. Barber gets totally stymied by the 3rd ball there. Sometimes that's how it is when you just pluck out the back rows and you take out the supporting cast. And just like that, you gave away 5. Now it's 14 pins, which is a significant but not invincible lead for Exeter. Reminds me of Barber getting a 5-box on one of the Alley Chat broadcasts of the men's internationals. But his team but that was the year Team Lucky Strike won it all. A perennial contender, and they made a good run last year as well. 2-4-7. Barber, yeah, Woods right there, why not? With his left to right ball, the Woods in the path, so you gotta take that out. And the eclipsing pin drives right on through. Scott Lapierre on 127 through 9. Gets it. Ran it down beautifully. Scott Lapierre, 1 strike and 5 spares. 137 and a ball. These fills could still generate a difference here, but if Barber fills well, this is going to be an uphill climb. Even for Pete Crawford Jr., and even considering he has doubled twice already. And the fill is high. Dave Barber's 8 fill brings him up to 110. Make that 10. 112. Lapierre mashes into the head pin, but gets a little less love. Fickle pins as they are, Scott Lapierre drops 144 of them. He has 253. Dave Barber, 231. It's over to Chris Boisvert and Pete Crawford Jr. Boisvert 5 spares. It's coming at a good clip here. Probably his fills have been 6-5, 6-5, 5. That's really the only thing that's going awry here. Just not getting the follow-up he's after. He gets his head pin, and he'll have a chance to get another. Plank right in front with a 6 pin, and that's bad news for Academy 3. Crawford cannot break this up either with a 4-7-10. Ever know of someone who could bowl with either arm? Good question, Richard. I only know of Lou Alberghini, who's tried that. He seems crazy enough to do it. Spare Boisvert. 3 spares on the string, 95 and a ball. Crawford wanted that front wood as well. Maybe he could get the ball and the pin to go this way and that. Now he'll go to the left side and try to just collect the 9. Ooh, shades it to the right. That'll be 7. You never know which pin will be the winning one. It may not matter. It may make all the difference. That's the beauty. That's why we watch every frame. You just never know. All right. Fills a 5 or 6. Boisvert takes aim. Got his head pin, and the fill is high. He's got a 10 fill. And a big-time way to punctuate that string. So excited I broke the scoreboard. 115 plus 2. 3 and 6. Crawford's got a good look, too. And he spares. Tough string for him. He got spoiled after that last one, but he'll go triple digits as well. Taking a peek up here, 610. Should be 580. Yes, that score is confirmed. All scores are cross-referenced. Exeter will take 2 more points. I'm just going to get ahead of the game and mark that 3rd of 3. Chris Boisvert will not double, but he gets good count on this one. Crawford tips the 7 pin. Looked away from the pin setter. Don't want to hit that button too soon before the pins are all done. But he's a pro. He knows when it's done. 6 fill, 105. Boisvert 4 count on this last ball. And the fill is 8, 123. Chris Boisvert 233 for the 2-string total. Pete Crawford Jr. 248, which is a 124 average. Take a gander. Here it is, 69 pins up. And 32 more. Exeter up 4-0, but still all to play for. Academy 3 can come back. They're going to need a lot of pieces to work here, but never say never. Ed Woodside is here, and welcome back, Paul Grant.
Hello, Greg. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Let's pause 8.2 seconds for station notification from Greg Gouillart.
You're already overworking me. This is Candlepin Bowling Network on Facebook and YouTube. Please like and follow on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube and like the video. Thank you.
You have 3 seconds left.
Okay.
Woodside starting the final string. Academy Lanes, Pub 125, Haverhill, Mass. His team down 4 points to none. Try and get 4 points. They can do it very easily. Not easily, but they're capable of doing it, I should say. Eric Pelletier starts over the spare. Ed Woodside an 8, not the start they wanted. Greg, we are on the technology, the score cam, the background vocals. No karaoke tonight from Greg.
Alas.
And still's not touching his sky bar yet. Necco Wafers made the sky bar. It got discontinued. They brought it back by popular demand in Sudbury, Mass. Did you know? Available market basket with 2 for $3. Used to be 2 for $1 4 years ago. Look at this one. Pelletier, sky bars 10, strike. Or is that a spare? Yep, strike.
Oh, yeah, he struck.
I couldn't see it from this angle. So 20 through 1, 30 plus 2 through 2. Woodside trying to pin out with parallel pins. He grabs 2 for an 8. 2 8s to start the final string. Friday Night Pro League game of the week 14 to 35. Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube in high definition. Next Friday night, scheduled match, number 1 Exeter, number 2 Central 3, who have also won their first 2 tonight. So they're still, Exeter still 3 points ahead of number 2 seed Central 3. Central 3 defending champs from last year. Exeter in the finals 2 years ago against Academy 3, who won it 2 years ago. Dave Hodge Mallahan in the second spot with 6-1 split. Here is the freight train, Joey Lister, 6 and the 7. Wood rolling around. Joey, a great 157 first. What did he get the last string, Greg? Joey?
Joey at 131. He can pin out 288.
Wow.
He could probably get this as well, even though it's the 6-7. I'm just not putting anything past him.
Good shot by Hodge. He won't go to the 5.
Wood's still rolling.
Try to send it over. Great try. Hodge a 9 to start his final string, the captain. Academy 3, the 5th seed, Exeter the 1 seed coming in. The freight train at 10 through 1. I'd like to thank Peter Plesnoga, the president-elect of the Massachusetts Elk Association, the chairman of the Massachusetts Elks Charitable Trust. 1,000 donation tonight to Candlepins for Cancer. It's on Candlepin Chat. I bowled his brother, Mark Plesnoga, in the old Salem Chamber of Commerce League in the 70s. So thank you, Peter Plesnoga, for generosity. $1,000 to Candlepins for Cancer from Salem, Massachusetts. My hometown growing up. $68,500 paid out, including $500 today to a bowler in Maine. Hodge, clip-wing eagle, 2 and a 3. He's going right instead. The freight train spread eagle plus the 9, almost pulled it off. Taps the 3. That would have been something. That would have been Nico highlight reel. Hodge in the middle for a 7, 16 through 2. No marks to start for his team.
He could create one called Pinball Wizard, I tell you.
Lister at 10, 2 10s to start.
We've seen some wild action here. A lot of pins spilling from behind and pins ricocheting wildly off the sidewall. I was mentioning it to the viewers that I think that's going to really affect how bowlers play a number of these shots. They're realizing it on the third ball that, oh, this actually goes that way.
Mike Nardone takes down 4, his first ball, the third string, the third spot. Jeff Surette going right, 1, 2, 4, and the 10 on lane 1. Nardone gets the 8, 5 standing. Tough start so far for Academy 3. Down the string, down in the match. Surette, good try on the object pin, doesn't carry, 2, 4, and the 10.
Surette is also on 400 watch. He needs 24 more bonus pins.
Nardone a 7 to start. Surette gains 2 with a 9. Pin, 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 win, win, win. Exeter going their way so far. Just 5 boxes, already up 20, 59-39, plus a strike. From Eric Pelletier, who doesn't need shoulder surgery December 29th. About 6 to 9 months, he said. Nardone just missed left. Comes back for the 6 and 10. Leaves up the 1, 3, 7, 8. Where it twirls in front of the 1, 3 angled. Surette, beautiful ball. He splits 3 and 2. Unbelievable. Splits a part of the game. 40 to 50% of the time or so you're going to split. Nardone, what a shot for a spare. 17 of the ball through 2 here in the third. Surette, great try, almost ran out of room at the last second. That looked good, didn't it?
You see, just a little bit more. It could have swept it out.
Couldn't quite slot him down. Pro shot as usual, 10, 19 through 2. Fourth ball is a 5. Scott Lapierre on the right. Dave Barber on the left for Exeter. The 1 seed leads the 5 seed, 4-0 in points, and lead by 20 here in the final string, 89 in the match. 89 still is a time for Academy 3, outside odds. Remember, Peter Crawford Jr. a double strike to start the first, a double strike to end it, and cut it to 37 after 1 to give him a chance in total. 4 from the post for Lapierre. Meanwhile, Barber, 4 left, 3-6 in the right. His father, Jim Barber, in the Candlepin Hall of Fame. Famous four-bagger on Channel 5. $3,050 bonus money for that alone. Scott, the 1-7-10 leave. Barber, great try. Just missed outside the 3, not by much. Deadly bowler. 6 Pro Series titles. Oh, nice. 10 for Lapierre. The high-low jack goes. 10 through 1. Barber at 9. Dave, great job running the Pro Series and the Worlds with Nate Lees and others. Just had their Charlotte, their daughter had a 1-year birthday celebration recently. Time flies.
I love how their young daughter was basically raised by a village. Just basically when you bring them over to the bowling alley, at least in that moment.
She'll be
it's
selling raffle
beautiful.
tickets. She'll be selling raffle tickets for Allie Barber. She keeps winning the Pro Series.
Yeah, start them young. I don't support the notion of indoctrination, but you know, we need the 50-50 raffle tickets have to be sold. A great common way for bowlers to raise money for tournaments, quite simply.
Scott, 1 of the 8. Wood to help behind for a spare. No. Barber for a spare. That goes. 19 of the ball through 2 here in the 3rd. Looking for the sweep. Scott at 9. 19 through 2. A showdown next week. 1 versus 2. Scheduled match 7:30 live on YouTube on Canopy Bowling Network. Exeter Central 3. Ooh. Big one next Friday night. Pending a streamer with me. Otherwise, it's the old trash and tripod and phone. And manual scoring. Here's Peter Crawford Jr. The DJ, Petey Pete. Only 3. Funny guy. Here's Chris Boisvert. He gets 6, 1, 3, 6, 10. Final string underway. Anchor time. Crawford walks out the 3. Brutal. 1, 4, 7, right side, 6, 9, 10. Ridiculous. But you
All
can't
smiles.
complain. You can't complain if you don't hit the head pin.
He's all smiling.
Boisvert just missed inside. 1 of the 10. Crawford, nice out. He'll take an 8 out of that mess to start his final string. Academy 3 trails, trying to get at least 2 points. Boisvert a 9.
In the year that Lucky Strike won it all, Pete Crawford Jr. and Dave Hodge Mallahan were teammates on Team New England Flooring.
21-pin lead for Exeter. 2 marks to 1 in their favor also.
Let's see, it was Dave Chestercove, Brandon Marks, Peter Flynn, and Kevin, was it Kevin Davis, I think it was, on bowling actively on that final? It's on Alley Chat. You can check my work.
Crawford 9. Boisvert, look at this. Dominoing somehow 7.5.
Alley Chat and Candlepin Corner are independent of us, but we love promoting everyone who's promoting Candlepin Bowling. It's
Absolutely.
as simple as that.
Crawford used the wood for steal the spare. 18 the ball through 2. Everybody works together. I'll be with Candlepin Corner tomorrow on YouTube for the 9-pin 3rd annual Christmas Classic, 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock.
And
9s are spares, 10s, and strikes. Candlepin Corner on YouTube, free to subscribe.
And as soon as Nicholas Lloyd comes up north, we can collab with Duck Pits Forever. Please? Please?
Boisvert, good effort. Oh, just missed the pin and back in the 9. Is that the 9 or the 5? I couldn't see it back here. Is that the 9 or the 5?
Looks 5-ish to me.
Okay, it's 5. Yeah, I'm way off here to the right, blocked.
Boisvert has a more choice term for it.
I need my perch.
I didn't catch him saying anything, but he's definitely thinking it.
I need a perch for Christmas. A traveling perch. Boisvert at 10.
If you fall off that ladder, all you want for Christmas is your 2 front teeth.
I know.
Here's the scoreboard.
Everything else is falling apart. Why not?
Oh, no. Well, on that depressing thought, 1 extra strike for Exeter Lanes, and 21 pins up right here. So there's another pinning gap opening up. They've only left 3 pins standing. Academy 3's already left up 14. So we mentioned the importance of the 3rd ball. Nobody's slouching on it, but the ability of the bowlers is showing up there already, and it's a 21-pin margin early in this string. Can Exeter hold on for an 8-0?
Eric's on a strike. Why don't I lose the hair, you know? I need a hair like yours, Greg.
I'm like a discount Jack Berrigan. I've got all the flow, but nothing.
Jack likes to show his hair off, taking the wood out of the channels and stuff and the balls during the Worlds.
Yeah.
Funny guy.
He's an international champion. Wood
118 league
cheaper.
bowler, too.
Yeah.
Here at Academy Lanes, Pub 125, Haverhill, Mass.
Absolutely very good.
Eric 7 the strike. 37 through 2. Woodside won't go.
Had a chance.
Left-handed Eric Pelletier laboring for a 9. 46 through 3. Woodside a 9. 25 through 3. Final string of the match.
I mean, he's approaching the number of labors of Hercules, but he's got 3 for 3 on the head pin. No strike open, you're right.
123.95, 28 pin lead in the string match. Right now, looks good for Exeter, trying to get a sweep. Academy 2 battling. Pelletier 127.910. The Rock, Ed Woodside. Twilight of his career, 9. He's talking about retiring next year, possibly. Still has a lot of tire in the treads, I think. Treads and tire, I should say. But we'll see. Maybe he's holding on for a long-term contract. Pelletier, good try, a little light. 9 to the 10.
Hey.
Woodside, a 9.
That's
2 8s, 2 9s, 34 through 4.
It's a missed spare, I'm afraid, actually.
Pelletier grabs them both for a 10. 40, make it 56 through 4. Woodside, correction. That's a 10. That's a Paul Grant special. Miss the second, make the third. 35 through 4, make it. Even better.
There you have it. I just love seeing the longevity of all the great bowlers. You know,
lead is 28 still for Exeter.
the past, present, and future of bowling have fantastic overlap.
And one of the reasons why they're 97 in the match is like this. Strike bombs away, baby. The freight train. 30 plus 2 through 3. A 157 and a 131. That's all he has tonight. 4 to watch, very much alive. Hodge, same spot in the 4-2 split. Brutal. You knew Exeter after last week was come out of the gates storming out today, and they sure have. It was close, both strings for a while. They pull away as usual at the end. Hodge, that's a tough Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the third. 10, 26 through 3 on Candlepin Bowling Network. Over 1,500 videos now in climbing. Semi-pro to pro action, something for everyone. Please subscribe to Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube in high definition. Like and follow us on Facebook as well. Lister, a rare head pin missed there. 4 horsemen in the post on a strike. Oh, nice shot for Hodge.
Problem is the 7-pin wilted early, so that is no strike, and that is so gutting. The 7-pin fell too early, and the rules are very clear. The box has to be redone.
Wow. And that may be a break from in a sense, right?
It's a huge break for Exeter. Double it.
Oh, that's close.
Oh, Candlepin, you crazy, crazy game. But it's a good lead, 4-pin.
4-pin denies double strike. Lister, what a shot. Oh, wow. Hodge missed it. 9 in the strike.
But he hit his object pin twice. Come on. Come on.
Lister, a 9. 46 through 4. Wasn't there for Hodge a 9. 35 through 4. Third bowlers, third string, Academy Lanes, Pub 125. Pick up a Candlepin gift card this holiday season. Great stocking stuffer for any occasion all year round, not just the holidays. Birthdays, anniversaries, Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduations. A what the heck gift, a thank you gift. A Greg Gouillart gift. Think Candlepin Bowling, think Candlepin gift cards. Support your local bowling center. Ooh. Strike for Surette. Mike Nardone, 3-5-6. On the spare, 7, 24 through 2.
So Lister needs 1 more mark for 400. Surette needs 2 more. Although, depends on pinning and fills. That's the minimum they need.
Nardone missed.
$9 for Nardone. I think what it.
I thought it was Central 3. Oh, it's 2 weeks. Okay, all right, 2 weeks would be Central 3. And,
that might give me more of a chance anyway.
Right. I get my dates mixed up. So it's Central 3 in 2 weeks.
Besides, I'm doing mixed up graduates with you on the 22nd anyway.
Right, that's right. Surette dropping 8, maybe 9. So it's 2 weeks from today. My mistake. Oh, falls down. Slow motion strike. He's had a couple of strange ones tonight.
And that's a slow motion double strike.
Don't hurt him, Jeff. 49 plus bonus balls through 4.
Check that. He only needed one more.
So let's see.
And Dave Barber came over here. I thought he was going to accuse me of hey, don't say 400 out loud. You can't say the F word like that. No.
I kept thinking it was the 20th for some reason. It's the 13th ball.
That's not his words. That's mine. But
Nardone, 9:42 through 4 in Exeter, putting on a show already, up 39. Match looks pretty good right now for 2 points.
Was a 9, excuse me. There we go.
Reading is fundamental, Paul. So Central 3 at Central 1 next week is the scheduled match.
Reading is fun. Pass it on.
2 weeks it'll be Academy 3 and a correction, Exeter at Central 3 in 2 weeks. So thank you, Dave Barber, for correcting me. So next week we're playing at Central 3 and Central 1.
Strike.
Strike galore.
Scott Lapierre, 29-2. That's a response from Barber, back-to-back spares. I could just imagine Frank DeLuca, if he wasn't busy bowling with Ryan Millis right now, he'd be popping up in chat saying, hey, go to alleychat.net. We got the Friday Night Pro League recaps with Kyle Bruce. Spreadsheet linked. So the match is equalized over yonder as well. Academy 1 won the first string, and now Central 1 has clawed back 2 points for winning the second string. Barber will be disappointed here. The fill is 3. Chance for Lapierre. Can't double it, but he still has another one to go. That's gone. What a great comeback and a 7-pin pickup for Barber for 3 straight marks. Lapierre, 8-pin in front of the 10. Good count, though. The fill is 9. Exeter way, way in front, although it's still plenty of string to go. But if all holds, they will be up 8-0. And that would be big to ward off Central 3, who is only 3 points behind them for top of the league. Most of the league payouts are based on the rankings. The playoffs, there's still a lot of cash to be won there, but the majority of the cash is won for regular season standing, as it should be. If you think about it, all the matches are there. Even though everybody here in North America loves a good do-or-die game. Meanwhile, the Premier League off in England is just just play the round robin. What do you need more? What do you need more fixtures for? Shocking accent aside, Boisvert gets a 4. Crawford gets 6. There's the check mark. Show us how.
Greg. Sorry, Greg. So I got the schedule backwards. So next week will be Central 3 and Central 1 at Central Park Lanes, East Boston, Mass. In 2 weeks will be Exeter and Central 3. That could be a 1-2 matchup then.
Central 1 had a lead at one point in time. It was very early in the season.
Yeah, they were doing really good, but they're down a little bit, but they're still up there.
Yeah, they've had a few 2-point spells there, but 2-2 in their match over there. Crawford, that doesn't spin across.
I mean, Central 1 is 6th place right now. They're only 1 behind Academy 3 coming in tonight.
Yeah, they've fallen off a bit. So a lot of implications there. So now they end up 1 ahead all told because of that. And it's still all to play for. Taking a peek over there, it looks like the pinfall is within a dozen, if I'm reading that correctly. They're in a tight one over there. And Justin Scally is streaming it, I'm told. Thanks, Nico. You see him in chat right now with an update as well. Chris has 1, 2, 8, and 9. Pete's got the 2, 3, 6, and 10.
Yeah, that matched all right. Central 1 and Academy 1 is close. 1209 to 1192.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Matt Nichols bombs away baby for a strike to our right.
Need an update?
Yep.
All
Justin Scott with the update.
Right.
Microphone.
Where'd it go?
Where'd the microphone go? It's high. There it is, right there.
Oh, there.
Turn that switch up, Justin.
Is it on?
Captain Justin Skelly for Academy 1 with the update.
As I jump over from the other stream, if any of you out there are watching both. We split so far. We got the first by 22, and Central just got us by 6 and a nail biter. They had a little bit of a hit advantage coming in, and couldn't
You guys went through
Quickly capitalize.
a tough stretch. You survived pretty good. You're still the 7th seed coming in, but now you got a chance to go ahead of Academy 3 here tonight, possibly 2.
Yeah,
You've
we're
lost
in
the first 2.
Yeah, that's a good thing about even dropping to 7th. We're only 2 points out of 5th. But, yeah, we've been a little bit of a rut. I mean, some of it's been we've bowled well and not as... Gee, thanks, Petey. Some weeks we bowl well, just hasn't been enough for points. But I mean, we've been a little bit of a rut. It happens over a long season.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we'll be all right.
All right. Thanks a lot. Good luck.
Thanks.
All right, Justin Scott, the captain for Academy. We'll see you on January 3rd, 2025, our first match against Hingham here.
A few score updates before you rise. Just a question of 2 pins. Academy 3 score is correct now at 2:05.
Love to have Greg Gouillart for that one, January 3rd here. No pressure, Greg.
I will do my very best.
Hingham at Academy 1, 2025. It's 3 weeks from tonight.
Ooh, spill out. Good out. That picks up a couple.
So Exeter coming in, 82 and 22. Central 3 behind. Academy 9 behind. Central 3 coming in. Hingham 19 out of first place. Academy 3 54 points. Central 1 53. Academy 2 52 coming in. All stacked up in that 4-5-6 battle. 5-6-7 battle, I should say. Metro 46-58. Riverwalk on the outside on the tiebreaker 46-58, the 9th spot. 8 out of 12 make the playoffs.
Stop right there. 8th and 9th is Riverwalk and Metro,
Eric Pelletier, strike.
which is exactly what happened last year. So we're headed for that crash course again.
Eric's second strike of the third.
Yeah, it is. He's having a good day here. Almost has a 120 average if he can get one more mark. Woodside just picks out the 1. That'll be 9.
Just reminded tomorrow it's the Candlepin Corner 3rd annual Candlepin Corner Christmas Classic 9-pin style, where 9s are spare strikes or 10s. No 9 blocks allowed. Candlepin Corner this time on YouTube. Free to subscribe. Candlepin Corner on YouTube. 9-pin Christmas Classic Saturday, December 14th. That's tomorrow on this live broadcast.
If you're pressing the 9 button, you're doing it wrong.
What's funny about that one, I was doing in Maine the first time, and I was putting on 9 boxes because somebody go on another channel, -1. You think it's 9. Nope, it still counts.
Dear Cubica, it's great that you have a 9-pin, a no-tap feature, but please put in a 9-pin feature. We'd all appreciate it.
Ooh, Lister had a great night, 8 and the 10. Wood angles, that could bounce over.
I don't know if Duckpin does 9-pin. I think they do an 8-pin no-tap version on the first ball.
Hodge, a good second ball, won't carry.
Get over 7 at least, thank you.
7 hurt Greg, 3 pushes. Wood twirls between that and the 5. Lister, good try, won't go.
Now, if only they would listen during league night, I'd be set. That's 10. 10 box Dave Hodge, Mallahan 45 at the half, and Joey Lister 10
See,
as
Greg,
well.
after 2 or 3 years, I'm finally learning how to use your mute button, so I don't have to sneeze or blow my nose or cough in your microphone.
I mean, you got to have a good mute button there. It's,
Honk, honk.
Lister still requires 1 mark more for 400. He's got time. Got a whole half to do it in. These pins are crumbling for Mallahan. He's holding his shoulder as well. A strike! There it is! Perhaps that has given Joey Lister the vaunted 400.
75, correction, what's that, 66? Plus 2 in the 6th, yep.
Yep. Holy skip lob, Batman. That's not going to get there, unfortunately. That's so harsh because it's the slightest bit of timing update there. This one now gets away, and it's for 8. Just that little bit of timing jams the ball into the rubber foul line, and that's that. So look at all these strikes stacking up, and now take a look at Jeff Surette, who does not require a mark if he fills this double strike well.
A 39-pin lead for Exeter, the #1 seed. 4 marks to none, including the double. The hits keep on coming. I'm Casey Kasem. This is American Top 40. This is a long-distance dedication.
Buddy, that 9-pin is here at Academy Lanes as well. I think it's going to be in the red room, too. Sorry.
Surette on the right side of the 1, just 4.
Okay.
24 in the first double strike. 43 through 3, 53 in a ball through 4. Nardone goes left.
Now Jeff does require another mark for 400. This goes.
6 in the second double strike. 59 through 4, the power of the double strike. Nardone, a tough 4.
Oh, no.
Golf season's over, not in Candlepin. 47.5. Surette, a 7.
Picks up 3, interestingly.
66.5.
Not sure. Let's see. We'll see if this helps.
There you go. There you go. Thank you.
You got the snob here.
Nardone trying to redeem himself. 9. It's funny. You get 4 and 3 balls. You get 9 and 1. Welcome to Candlepin Bowling.
Yep, found the range definitely. That might have been the wake-up call.
Surette missed left.
Ooh.
4-8 and back. 1-3-6-10. 4 horse and right.
Weird. It sabered through and then got deflection off the wall for the 7.
Nardone. Oh, he got it on the second bounce.
Count it. Count it.
Bumbles bounce. 57 the ball through 6.
But
Gets a
Weebles
laugh out
don't
of that
fall
one.
down.
Good try by Surette. You know, I was disappointed. For years and years, Weebles wobble, they don't fall down the commercial. I found out years that they had a Weeble that did fall down afterwards. That's just
What?
wrong. That's just wrong. That's what I was told. I don't know. I got to research that. I was heartbroken. I heard that
all
one.
sorts of shenanigans are happening out here. Surette knew to turn around even though he hit the head pin. He turned around on the 3-4 when he made it, and Pete Crawford is doing something, and I don't know what that is.
Pete thinks it's Thursday night doing DJing. Karaoke, Pete Crawford Jr.
The Lunatics have taken over the asylum. And I love it.
We may resemble that comment.
Anyway.
Halfway point of the final string. Scott in the pocket. Rolling 8, maybe more. 9. Wiggle on the 5.
You were hit.
Dave Barber, red hot. 3 in a row. Spares 6. 56 through 4. Fills at 8, 3, and 6.
Tough for Barber. That's on the outside of his left to right ball.
Scott for a spare. Bang! 58 the ball through 5. Barber denied on the 10.
So he needs something awkward like that, and he darn near got it.
David 9. 65 half on Candlepin Bowling Network.
Lister should have his 400. Surette is very close, even though he missed an opportunity to really load up that double strike. Still plenty of time.
Scott on the spare, crossing over. The king gets sliding over. Wow. Weird setback leave. 7, 65 half. Barber 6'10", a plank in front. Look at his 4th spare in the last 5. Still going to the high level.
Someone came over and said, careful, someone's going to steal that candy bar. And I was like, yeah, that's the most expensive thing on the table.
Scott, second chance, spare.
3 marks in the last 4.
75 in the ball through 6. Barber matches with a spare. 75 in the ball through 6. 4 of the last 5.
Yeah, good string cooking for him.
Greg, you better eat that Sky Bar. Dave Hodge Mallahan may get that one. 4 flavors.
And you just dropped him into it.
It's chocolate bars with caramel, vanilla, peanut, and fudge. Dave Hodge Mallahan's got his eyes on the Sky Bar. If you don't eat it, Greg, you better eat that. I'm telling you.
Well, why are you putting it there then?
Dave's got his, look at Eagle Eyes. Dave watching that one.
No, he was just.
Peter 44 through 4. 4 horsemen in the post.
Ooh. Get over 4, yes. Chris Boisvert on the board with a strike, his second one of the night. I called that one. Don't worry, Paul.
Crawford spare. Yeah, Scott was chirping at me here about his 117. He wants Nico to put a highlight reel. That 3, 6, and 9 behind the 3.
Got a bit of a disconnect notice there. That should be better now.
54 half. Crawford missed it.
Has my volume been too low this whole time?
I can hear you fine.
Oh, you know what it is? I think my volume's been. Sorry about that.
Boisvert. Good try. 3 in the 6.
Sorry, folks. I think the volume was a bit too low at first.
Well, you're supposed to have the soothing sounds anyway.
Yes, that's right.
Peter missed the second, made the third. I'm not saying it, but that is Greg.
And no one will ever know. 8 fill, 10 box.
73 through 6. Chris Boisvert, 64 through 6. Update from Greg Gouillart.
Should be 66 when that score correction goes through, and you'll see it's here.
All right, so 66 is for Boisvert.
Good. So I'm hoping it's 358-309, and it is.
I thought it was 8675-309.
Oh, no. Hang on. I'm 2 pins high on somebody. Let's see.
Boisvert, the show is Nate box, 64 through 6.
Oh, no. Okay.
Out of 10. All right, back to the top of the order. Final 4 boxes for each bowler in the match. Thanks for watching. A sport for any age. Candlepin Bowling. Get the word out. It's unbelievable. Great gift for this holiday season. Candlepin gift cards.
And maybe one day it'll get significantly out of the Northeast. Never know. Somebody's got to build the pin setters, though.
We're going to break the pins every year or so to make that happen, probably, right?
What was that?
They want more pins to break every year so they can get replenished. The manufacturers, they want to make pins every year.
Oh no, Garland's in business. Don't worry. Garland Manufacturing in Saco, Maine does a great job making these pins. There used to be more manufacturers. Paramount Industries providing balls for Candlepin and other small ball sports.
State by state, border by border, we'll get it out there.
Oh, yeah.
Pelletier, setback, leave. Woodside going right, just 4. Make it 5. The freight train, Joey Lister up next. 66 through 6 on the 400 alert.
Hang on. Just a second.
Pelletier with the wood, right behind the 5. Tough shot to make. Woodside goes left. 1-4 on the 9. Correction, 1-4 on the 6.
The Facebook crashed as a result of that. I'm checking in on that.
Pelletier 10, 104 through 8.
Only 2 pins left standing for Pelletier in this string.
Woodside of 7, just 68 through 8. No marks here in the 3rd. Rare for him, but it happens. It's bowling.
Yeah, having one of those tough nights. Again, Woodside's average has been very good throughout the year, almost 115.
Exeter has total in hand. The question is, can Academy 3 pull out a 59-pin deficit? 2 marks apiece, trying to get 2 points. Lister 2 perfect, clip wing eagle. He's on a strike.
He'll want at least one more pin to make sure he still is on 400 watch. Well, gets on the right side of 400.
Hodge the wiggle with the 10. 1, 8, 9, 10. Lister, good effort. Grabs 2 of the 3 on the right, 7 the strike. 73 through 6. Hodge 1 on the 10. Lister 2, 4 on the 10. Lister going for the short 2 does for a 9.
Interesting.
82 through 7. Hodge a 10, 63 through 7.
Isn't that interesting? So Lister could do a 400 with exactly 3 10 boxes, but I assume he's going to want one more spare to make darn sure. Or any mark, I'm not picky.
Lister right in the pocket, spinning around. 78, decent wood. Hodge chance 136.
7-8 split here. On Lister's end. Yeah, it looks like I got the Facebook stream back up briefly. We'll see. Get over 7. Are you serious?
Wow, tough break.
That is so impolite.
Talk about a jiggle. Hodge can't connect.
And I mean, and now this piece of wood is impossible. He might miss the 7.
9 for Lister, tough break, 91 through 8. Hodge 9, 72 through 8. Final string of the match. 2 marks to 1 for Academy 3, down 65.
So
match out of hand.
So Lister can pin out 399. Surette, who steps up now, can pin out 392. That's assuming 10 boxes all the way. That gives you a sense of how many more marks. Surette needs at least 1 mark and probably 2 at this point because he had that 7 box. That hurt a bit.
Surette for a strike, 9.
Big chance.
Thunderous shot leads at the 6. Mike Nardone, tough 3 fill on the spear. The eagle plus the 9.
Yeah, woof.
60 through 6 at the minimum.
Surette's high triple is 408
Surette, of course, a spare.
in this.
Well, try by Nardone there. Look at this, almost. 3 in the 10, baby split. Could wiggle in the 3, wiggle in the 10. Jeff Surette, 86 in the ball through 7. Nardone a 10.
That's a well pinned out 10 at that.
70 through 7.
62 pin advantage right there. Yeah, Surette has some outrageous record. I think it's north of a 500 triple or north of an 800 high 5. It's one or the other. Here it comes. Spare fill. 8. How about the 10 pin or the 4 pin? Yes, the 4 pin wilts as well.
10 does not.
but the count is good.
95-7, trying to put it away. The lead is ballooned to 71 here in the third.
He got one mark. He'll really want another to make sure.
Surette another one. Bang!
In the face.
105 in the ball in the eighth. Can you say 8 points? Not yet.
Probably. It's the 400 watches that are going to be the most interesting intrigue at this point.
I feared this match for Academy 3 because Exeter got humbled by 12 seed or 11 seed Central 2 last week, 6 points to 2. You knew they were going to come out swinging tonight.
Yeah. And I mean, Central 2 really had a great evening. I mean, Gouillart is above average, and then Cliff Walker, Sean McDonald, Kai Hunt, all north of 360. And Richard Beveridge Jr., who missed it narrowly, ended the night with 137, which was tops of everyone at Central Park, which is a tough place.
They had a bad start this year. Don't count them out yet. Up here every year.
Sorry, that was at Exeter. What am I talking about?
Dave Barber stealing 8, making 9. Wiggle on the 5. Almost got it. It does go. What a strike. That's a Jeff Surette strike.
We baited you into that one.
Jeff Surette is banned.
Yeah.
Dave's stealing Jeff Surette's strike page.
So, Jeff Surette said some derivative of "get your keisters out of here."
We won't mention the F word he used. This is PG rated, no pun intended. It was tongue in cheek, not it wasn't vulgar.
Oh my goodness, it was, but
I think Dave owes Jeff royalty fees for that shot.
I didn't hear that.
Barber 5. How come it didn't fall backwards this time? Jeff, throw that ball. Would have gone. Getting back to serious action, I think.
Maybe.
Maybe means yes. Most of the time.
Where's this pin going? Goodness.
Doing the Casey McCool curly shuffle. Whoop, 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 whoop. Casey's actually done the curly shuffle lanes twice. Of course, I put him up to it. Oh, what a shot for a spare for Scott Lapierre.
Gets that 5-pin to Wilt, and that sounds a lot like Zoidberg, in my opinion.
99 at ball 3. That does not compute to me. That Zoidberg, whatever you're talking about.
Futurama, the show that will never get canceled.
All right, never saw it.
You still can. Somehow.
114-8 for Dave Barber. Fine string. And Exeter on the precipice of going 8 points to none. Anchor ball is up before the final 2 boxes for each bowler. Thanks for watching. A great sport for any age. Get the word out. How about the mixed up graduates? December 22nd. 8 kids, 2 women, 2 men each side. 4 and 4. Out of the Academy Lanes Youth Program, 18 to 20 plus. Saturday, December 22nd. Bowlerama, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Kennel Pins for Cancer fundraising event. Come on down, support 8 young bowlers, up-and-coming bowlers.
Oh, that's going to be good.
The mixed up graduates, special guest commentator Greg Gouillart and Mike Moore returns.
We're practically regulars at this point.
2 p.m. Sunday, 9 days from now, time of this broadcast, December 22nd, 2024, a must-see event. We do well, we can do it again. Boisvert just missed number 1 in the 10.
But if someone says "ah" on the air, then we get canceled. And yes, everyone heard that. Nico confirmed. Ah.
Boisvert, nice slice and dice, 10. 74 through 7. Peter Crawford Jr. 9. 82 through 7. The 5th seed could be down to number 7 after tonight. Plenty of time left. There's still 21 matches to go in the season, plus the playoffs. 8 teams out of 12 make it. And no first-round buys.
And maybe a 9th place team if we still have this Riverwalk Metro tie.
Boisvert right in the pocket, 2-4-7-9. 4-2 split for Peter Crawford Jr.
Mark Ritchie's having a great year as well. His average is 118. That's a big renaissance as he starts climbing his way up there. I think another great high average story I want to point out, Chris Cazenave out of Lafayette Lanes, i.e. also Riverwalk, is having a great season of his own. That's good for 10th best average in the league. No spares either side. I read the rules, Paul. Yes, they're reseated. Boisvert 9 and Crawford 7.
You're right, Greg. They are received each round. Sometimes I forget. Some of these brackets, this one is, I should know by now, but it is received each round.
Yeah. Oh, the update.
Oh, yeah. Let's pause for a station identification update and the standings, the score of the string rather from Greg Gouillart.
Yeah, I can't do a station identification and the 8-box update.
All right,
This
we'll
is-
do the update for now. Have it your way.
I am going to unionize. 497 to 406. You see it here. Jeff Surette can pin out 401. Joey Lister can pin out 399. And Surette's on a spare. That makes his route easy. Second ball, Pelletier. Gone.
Look at that.
These half Worcesters stand no chance against this lot. Check marks, on the other hand, is another story.
Not great pause for identification. Let's do 7.8 seconds.
And this is Candlepin Bowling Network on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you very much for watching and liking and following and subscribing. Truly, though, we appreciate you all. It's amazing, all the support we've gotten. And thank you to everyone who's been watching videos. We in the bowling community all appreciate it. And to everyone who's given time and resources at any point to make the channel be what it is. Especially you, but however you've been supporting us, thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Pelletier, 7 in the spare, 121 through 9. We'll get the 3-string total from each bowler after they complete their string here. Exeter on their way.
I feel like okay.
8-0 win.
Sorry.
Not official yet, but almost there. Woodside 10. Disappointing 87 finals. 87 it should be final string for Woodside.
Yep.
Eric at 9. Nice finish for him. 130.
Not Woodside tonight, 299. Eric Pelletier, 359.
Who needs shoulder surgery, Eric?
Apparently this isn't his final form. Be afraid, everyone. Be very afraid. I mean, again, if this is an injured Exeter team and they're in first place.
Eric, how you doing? Dr. Grant here. We're going to postpone your surgery December 30th. I don't think you need it with a 359.
No, I definitely need it. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. Yeah.
You like Mr. T. I like bowling in pain.
Yeah, no. Trust me, I don't like it. It hurts. It's never good the next day either. So no, I gotta get it done.
How much mental toughness does it take to bowl through that pain?
Quite a bit, because sometimes I just want to walk off and just not even finish. But I told these guys I was gonna bowl, and I got some unfortunate news, but I got to try to finish it out as much as I can. So.
You're gonna bowl the next 2 weeks then?
Yep. Okay.
Still
Still gonna go.
All right. Good luck. 6 to 9 month recovery, huh?
6 to 9 months.
Any truth to rumors you might bowl right-handed?
No. I think I'd average about maybe 80 if I bowled righty. So
that's not bad.
No. I practiced a little bit just in case I got hurt and couldn't.
We'll get you an ACST class J.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
Good luck, Eric.
All right, thanks, Paul. Appreciate it.
Eric Pelletier, shoulder surgery December 30th.
Class J sounds like how some bowlers bowl. I don't know where I was going with that.
Hodge gets a spare. 100 in the ball in the 10th.
Back to back, he's feeling it. Where's this wood going?
Can Lister get 400 now?
No, that's cost him. $9 and that piece of wood cost him. That's foul. That's 9. Out of the gutter. First time that's happened all night.
109 final string for the freight train, but all that matters is points. They get 8 points.
Yeah, points are there. Joey Lister, 397.
400s are overrated, right, sometimes?
Yeah, it's just a base 10 checkpoint.
And they're teasing him and razzing in good fun, of course. I can imagine Chris Boisvert doing that, and Jeff Surette doing that.
We can see it.
All right, $6 to go. Appreciate you watching all night long.
Last ball for Mallahan.
And look at this, story of the day, the story of the night, a 4-fill on the spread eagle, 104 final string.
Yep, headpin contact, I mean, it might be the same reason why Exeter fell apart in their third string last week. Now Academy 3, seeing the writing on the wall, maybe it's falling apart here a little bit, but more headpin contact for Exeter here, and they've got 14 more headpins in the match, 92 to 78. There you go.
All right, here we go.
Were you joining in on the razzing party?
No, we're going to talk to one of the bowls in the team interview.
Okay, sounds good. Surette's got 4 on his spare fill, 109 through 8. So he can pin out 405. He'll want to make sure these pins or just get them in 1 and collect another one. How high is he going to go? Probably north of his season high of 408. Nardone pins out well. That's 9.
So we'll talk to Joey Lister tonight. We got a 397 after the match is over. The microphone reached on the lanes there, Greg, or we do it back here?
Is that because we can't trust Jeff Surette to do the interview?
Yeah. We don't take Eddie Murphy language on this broadcast.
We don't take that.
Surette. Biggie split 3 in the 10. On the spare.
Folks, it's the internet, right? We're not trying to like be R-rated on purpose, or I mean it's like PG-13, but hopefully we're not overdoing it. It's all in good fun.
127 through 9. The scoreboard showing a 7 fill.
Well, I may have an earlier score wrong. Yeah, the fill should be 8 for him. Yep, they fixed it.
All right, they fixed it. Okay.
Nardone pins out for 10, as does Surette, and he ends up with 137 and a 413 season best.
Maybe we should talk to Jeff.
Oh yeah. Hey, get them both back here. I don't know.
Hey, he's going to talk to the. He's got to talk at the Hall of Fame. He's got to talk at the Hall of Fame exhibition someday when he gets inducted. We'll try to interview him afterwards. They may pipe in his interview, tape record his interview for the Hall of Fame speech down the road. Here's Scott Lapierre right in the pocket. 8, 5 in the 10.
Lapierre's had a very solid outing here.
107 through 8. Dave Barber 1 in the 8. Final 4 boxes.
He almost spilled that head pin as well. He's north of 360 if he pins out.
Greg Six taking the mic from Auburn, Massachusetts, and the rig and all tonight. Great job as always.
My pleasure.
Pleasure to work with you.
Yeah.
Lapierre from the spare. Yes. 117 the ball in the 9th.
If Lapierre goes strike spare, he has 400, by the way. That snuck up on me, but with 5 marks in that string, that's now a possibility.
Exeter take care of business. They hold on to number 1. Central 3 early was up big after 4 points to none, had total in hand after 2.
What a good night in Exeter, showing Academy Lane how to score big on these pins. It's been fun. 1 and 2, I mean, it's some crazy pinball action, but it's resulting in some wild and zany, maybe a few zany shots, but a lot of skilled shot making as well.
Scott on the spare, crossing over. No king, Greg. 7.
And no 400.
124 through 9. Dave, look at this one.
Show us a shot. Why not?
6 right, 8 left, piece of cake. We've seen this go a couple of times, not too often.
You can't bang it off the sidewall unless you jump the wood in the channel because it's going to stop it up otherwise.
Scott spare. Oh, he got it!
Oh!
Whoa, Nico highlight reel! Dave Barber, what a shot, what a spare in the 10th. 133 in the ball.
Oh.
Who is this guy?
Oh, mercy. The president of everything ever.
We said it doesn't go too often, but look at that one. Scott 134 in a ball in the 10th. Trying to oust his compadre. On the bonus ball. He'll steal 8, make it 9.
Is that going? Oh.
Barber, he flops 8. And Scott, nice finish for him. 143. Barber 8, 141. Final string.
Whoa. What a show. 1 strike and 5 spares for each of them. Simple as that.
Next week, it is Central 3 and Central 1. Friday Night Pro League game of the week. 2 weeks from tonight, Central 3, Exeter. 1-2 matchup, pending other action tonight and next week. Peter Crawford Jr. flopping 7, 4-7-10. Thought he had a strike out of that one, but look at this.
Everybody do the flop.
No wood, no luck. Chris Boisvert having an off night by his standards, but they didn't need him tonight. That's what you have a team for. 3 bowlers north of 130 or better. Yeah. Oh, what a shot. What a spare for that one. Nico highlight reel for Peter Crawford Jr.
Guys, the match is over. You can stop now. Holy smokes.
Sometimes you can't make single pins. You make a shot like that. Welcome to Candlepin Bowling, folks.
This is why the Friday Night Pro League is fun week after week.
Our top-rated show week in, week out.
Oh, yeah.
Boisvert wraps around the 6 for a 9. 93 through 9, final box. Pick up a Candlepin gift card this holiday season, all season long. Support your local bowling centers who work tirelessly all year round. More importantly, get your friends and families out to bowl. This unbelievable and great game at Candlepin Bowling. Nothing like it. A sport for any age.
The scores you see here are not typical when you go open bowling, I promise you, but it's one hell of a good time.
Boisvert 9, Crawford 8 in his fill. 107 through 9. 310, baby split. You got it. Treetop the 10 for a spare. Back to back in the 10th.
4 spares, a very solid normal string. We're just getting spoiled.
117 the ball. Boisvert spare. 102 in the final ball coming up in the match. And Greg has not indulged in the sky bar yet, and it survived.
I have no time.
No time like the present.
Well, I'll unwrap my presents after this, after we button this up with, tie it up in a bow with the last ball. I got there in the end with the metaphor. Tip?
Oh, 9 fill. Nice finish for Peter Crawford Jr. Boisvert will get 4. 106 final string. Peter Crawford, what do you end up with it, Greg?
Pete Crawford Jr., 374. Chris Boisvert, 339.
126 for Peter Crawford Jr. Let's get the update from all the scores from Greg Gouillart. We'll talk to Joey List of the freight train before we sign off.
Here you go. Make sure to not get tangled up in the spider web or whatever, but 623 to 557 in this one. Exeter sweeps it all. 2 match points for each string, 2 for total. It's those points that determine the standings, so that's going to be great, especially since Central 3, was in second place. Making sure we don't get strangled here. Oh, hang on. Oh, I see what's happened here. Sorry, folks, I have to play producer and director at the same time. And commentator. But there we go. And then let's take a look as we see that Barber 141 and 143 as well. Here you are. As the interview's coming on up as well. The totals as well. Jeff Surette, 413. That's tops out of everyone. A couple of near misses from Joey Lister and Scott Lapierre with a great third string to make a run at that legendary 400 triple. That common 400 triple. He's outsourcing all his labor. What's going on here? There we go. You can come along for the ride. Now I'm just going to trip you. Oh.
Up with the 400.
I didn't want one.
You didn't need it, right?
Start that again.
Go over here, Joey. 397, not bad.
Yeah, not bad. I'll
You
take
should
it.
fill them more often, right?
Yeah, all the time.
You'll be filling in the rest of the season, I take it now?
Every now and then. Not the full season, but every now
You
and
didn't
then.
sign a contract with them yet?
No, I'm a free agent, but I'm only going to sub for them, so.
Well, you always seem to get in these roles, especially when I cover you. Just seem to, I don't know what it is. You always seem to do well when I cover you for some reason. I don't know what it is. Not all the time, most of the time. It's not because I'm here, I know, but you always just seem to step up in the big time.
I like bowling against good bowlers, and this league is good bowlers, tournaments, Pro Series, good bowlers.
I think it's the girlfriend. Your girlfriend's here. She always does well when you bowl. When she's not here, you don't do as well. What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I gotta marry her or something.
I was going to say, where's the ring?
Well, she doesn't have it yet, but she'll have it soon.
Okay. No pressure.
Nah, no pressure at all.
Number 1 seed, you're going to play Central 3 in 2 weeks. We'll have that match in 2 weeks from tonight.
All right, I might not be there.
Well, you better be there. We got to see the engagement ring.
Make me.
We got to see the engagement ring.
What if we just get married? What if we already got
That's
married?
okay.
What if we already got married, though? Maybe we did. I don't know.
Breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news. No, we
All
did
right.
get married.
A 3-letter word for going 8-0.
I don't know. IDK.
All right, Joey. Back to Greg to wrap it up.
Well, of all the highlights, Joey mentioning that might be the greatest one. Thank you so much for watching this presentation of the Friday Night Pro League here on Candlepin Bowling Network. And on behalf of Paul Grant, this is Greg Gouillart saying thank you very much.